All right then, welcome everybody to the stream for the evening. Hope we are all doing well today. Apologies if there is any noise in the background. It should hopefully finish relatively soon, but just something we've got to live with for the meantime. But without further ado, we have some important things to do today, and most of that entails me learning how to play Warden again, because that is who we are playing. We're going to be playing Faerand tonight. Also, I've just seen on Twitter, now available level 140 Valar, limited time only. Save 20% on select Valars. I don't personally think I need a 140 Valar, but it's nice to know the options there. My only question is, why is it a limited time only? Like, every other Valar is like forever, right? Like, there's never been, to my knowledge, a limited time Valar situation. I don't know. So, level 140 Valar, limited time only. Also save 20% on select Valars now until April 13th. So it's not like the wording is weird and, you know, the Valar's sale is only until April 13th. It is a cave in the hills. Completed. A cave in the hills. What is a cave in the hills? Is it going to show... Oh, it was probably better looking it up on the wiki, I'm not going to lie. Oh, maybe not. A cave in the hills. Rise of Isengard. Oh. It's the... Is it the Drygok one? The cave entrance is believed to be in the eastern hills of Thrallscombe in Edgewaith. Drake guarded cave. Yeah, no, that's gotta be... It says raid, so... Why am I getting that now, though? Is the question. Okay, fine. Maybe there's something changed. I really need to sort that out. Maybe there's something changed with Drygok for some reason. I don't think that's something we can do without 6 people still. I mean, it's relevant to what I've been talking about for a while, which is I'd like to be able to do it with 6 people or without 6 people. I'd like to be able to do it solo, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I need to go get my VIP thing because apparently I do not have that available. So, since I was last officially on Faerand, we've had our Warden changes. So I should probably pop into the changelog for that. So I can actually have a look, because I can't remember fully what's up with that. So let's just do that. Which one's about to finish? Cool. So let me go to Southbury, and I want to find myself. Where would it be? Where would it be? Is it update 34 point? Is it just update 34 as a whole? Or is it update 35 it happened? I've got the Warden updates, but that's just the developer log. So 35. Yeah, I think this is it. Okay. So, from my understanding, a majority of it's the same, right? Gambits are still functionally the same, just maybe have some different looks to them, though I feel like I've just completely forgotten actually how to play Warden. Gambit chains are more flexible. Gambit chains are now a sequence of 4 gambits. Any gambit other than potency gambit will count, and neither a gambit's type nor length matters. Okay. That's... Is that about... So that's not the advanced technique thing, but that's like surety of death, for example, I think has a... Wait, does it? I can't remember. Like resounding challenges and one. I'm trying to think of Mighty Blow. Applied on... So there's not any, like... if you use this skill beforehand kind of things on those, which is interesting. So what we're looking at, Gambit Chains are automatically like level 30, which also learn the Way of the Spear, which allows you to cash out advanced techniques earned from the completed chain. So if you finish a chain, you get the Way of the Spear, which is this one. Will consume all your advanced techniques to improve your initial hit damage for a brief time. Okay. Advanced technique. So several new Warden skills are now normal skills bound by cooldowns rather than Gambit skills requiring builders. These skills have short, strong effects and moderate cooldown times. However, rather than becoming freely available at full strength, some of them have potency driven by advanced technique, both Desperate Combat and for the Free Peoples, which we don't have. Right, for the Free Peoples is down here. That's the only one I know. The other one I actually don't know what it is. Desperate. Is that a skill we have? Desperate. Nope. Apparently not. Okay. Consume all your advanced techniques when used and will become stronger with each additional advanced technique consumed when the skill fires. You'll receive 1 count of advanced technique every time you complete a Gambit chain, up to 3 maximum, until they're either consumed or you leave combat. So it's not it's a during combat thing only, which is fine. A note about Gambits in general, we've done away with the notion of Gambits having different effects in Assailment. Assailment will make all the usual Gambits work at range like you're used to, but there's no reason for melee Gambit to have damage over time, whilst ranged version does not. Ooh, so does that mean whatever it's called, I can't remember the name, again, it's been a while, but there was like Resounding Challenge, that's what I'm thinking of. So Resounding Challenge does that, but this... Okay, so Range Resounding Challenge always used to do no initial damage and then light damage, like a high amount of light damage for time after, but no initial damage, which is something I got a little bit upset about. But at least with this way, it's both. It is less in both fronts of initial damage plus light damage plus targets, but it has a higher range and lower radius, but it just have a range, so there's that kind of thing. I think a lot of these is probably just worth just kind of going into an instance and working it out, because again, it's been a while, so maybe I'm not fully gonna work it out. Just, I don't know, I think I learn better sometimes by doing rather than just reading, but I could be wrong. So Spear Gambits, Gambit sequence, offensive strikes for unseen strikes. Gambits in this sequence have improved initial skill damage and deal damage to multiple targets in front of you. Oh, they're ranged. They're not ranged, but they're like AoE then. Do you know what? I'm just gonna, as I said, I'm not gonna go to Drygok, obviously, but what's something I can do like that's not difficult, but I think, do I want to go on a non-scaling, or do I just want to go to, I feel like a mission is not, let's just do school, because school, and let's lower it to, nah, let's just try school at 95. I know it's a 3-man thing, but
the school at
we're pretty beefy in terms of stats, so we should be fine. I've also noticed with school, because of the delvings, it won't actually spawn anything until here, so it's a bit annoying for a ranged attack, but... I feel like I'm gonna need... So I don't have... I need some way of seeing advanced things. Also, I think it said it doesn't matter what it is. I think I need sequence bars up. Just so I can see... Not sequence bars. What's it called? Buff bars, that's it. I don't normally use buff bars. I do have a few things set up for it, though. But... So I don't think it matters, it said. It's just literally any 3 gambits. So I don't have to be so, like, specific about orders or anything, which is at least a little bit less for me to worry about. And I have the advanced technique now. I also should have a few other things. So it does have, I think, expires if out of combat for 9 seconds. So there's at least a little bit to do with it. And also damage over time increase. So it does depend on what you're using. This one is damage over time. Does it actually do any damage, or is it just a boost? Okay. I think where we stand at the minute, probably not a thing I have to like worry about too much. I'll be pretty happy if I can do this because it is a 3-man instance, so I don't know. I know it scales differently, but if I can do it like solo here, can I do it solo at 140? Then is there potential to do delvings with it? I just don't know if there's a different rotation now as well, but I don't think it's like, it's not a situation of like completely relearning the fundamentals of the class. It's more just like there's a few extra things. I'll do a full like read through at some point, I'm sure. But now it's Resounding Challenge also, yeah, still has, like, we have the damage over time now, which I don't think it did before, right? That was, so that's just, like, pure extra damage for us. Plus also the, no, I think they've done the mitigation thing now, but we can take him out, which is nice. And that also means we can also pick up a tracery, but hampering javelin duration chance, I don't really know if that's particularly too worth it. However, that said, maybe there is new traceries as well. I'll have a look here. Skills, blue, red. Shield Piercer has been removed. I don't ever use it anyway, so it's not really worrying to me. Then Gambit abilities no longer have a stacking melee buff. Specialization effect reduces outgoing healing, has become an effect which reduces your Gambit skill healing rather. Oh, what was it this? No. Dance of War? Wasn't that? It was it Shift 1 then? Spear of Fate. What was the there was one I had that was my healing one. I mean, I heal when I kill now anyway, so... Well, I always have, but... Near enough always have. Okay. That kind of went well. Like, we were able to kill him pretty easily. Now we just have to focus on this guy. I still think some of the skill changes are messing with my head. Also, I'm worried about interrupts. Yeah, restoration. I need to... Okay, I don't know if I'll be able to kill him. I might be able to. Oh, well, I did kill him, but I just realized halfway through I wasn't using my healing skills. I was using the wrong skills. I should still check the chest. Maybe there'll be something. This will be the one time I don't check a chest and it'll have something stupid in it, like a tome. Not that I think any tomes right now can actually benefit us, but where's my thingy? There we are. But yeah, it's not like as daunting as I thought. Oh, actually, I scrolled down. Traceries. A few traceries have had their values adjusted slightly or their passive stat changed. Some traceries may have been made obsolete by the changes above, and a few new ones have been added. No existing traceries have been removed. Obsolete traceries will automatically change according to the list below. Also, what do we get? We got a thingy and a shield. Let's have a look. Shield versus shield. I have a doubt it will beat my current one, but you never know. Item level 95. Item level 182. Yeah. It looks alright, but this handily beats what I, you know, what I just got as a drop. But I did get a tracery thing. That's nice. I should check traceries. I am pretty sure I'm still maxed. Again, it's been a little while, so we're going to have a little bit of learning our bearings or getting our bearings or whatever you want to call it. But let's say adroit maneuver damage will become spear fist gambit damage. Oh, okay, so old ones will just change to be thingies. I wonder what happened if you had two. Right, if you had two of these, are they going to switch? Because surety of death damage over time will become fist shield gambit damage over time. I guess these are all like new. So I should have... I had surety of death, and that should have become fist shield damage over time. At least they stay legendary. That's good. But plus 33% fist shield damage over time. Spear gambit initial damage, that's still a thing. Or was that a thing that swapped? Yeah, I think gambit life tap damage and healing, that's a nice thing. In fact, I should go to Rivendell and find some of these things. What else we got? Recklessness critical rating will become recklessness duration. So something has maybe changed with recklessness. Reckless. Yes. Nope, it's just full on changed for the sake of being changed, I guess. Yeah, I think surety of death, the damage over time, was the only one that we have had swapped. Marked target double cast has become marked and diminished target potency. Yeah, we'll have to look at all this and be like, is this something we want now? Like, a lot of the stuff we've done is damage, like initial damage and damage over time. So, especially for certain things. So we actually, so fist shield, and I know I keep going on about it, but fist shield does open up more skills for that, because I need to just get rid of that. It's annoying me. But fist shield is also now deflection. That's not really something relevant, but fist shield. How many is that? Range resounding challenge in theory has had a an increase because of that then, which is quite nice. Okay, let's just double check. Warden. Where's Warden? It's there. It just didn't show up. Okay. Oh yeah, and they changed all these, didn't they? I don't know how I feel about these. Javelin skill damage. We don't really care much about assailment. Like, I know I should, but I don't. So those are 22. So it must be 3% apiece, yeah? So 27, 24, yeah. So you got Spear Fist, Spear Shield, Fist, just generally, Fist Shield, and then we should have Fist Spear. And then we got Gambit Builder damage, which I do have, right? Is that not one I have? Gambit Builder damage, that's something I still have, which is actually 38.5. So I have a lot more just generally around... That's recklessness now, right? How long? 15 seconds. So you can up that to 26. That's decent, I guess. Life tap and healing. Resolution. I must have resolution, right? So that's resolution, damage, and healing. I don't know if that's changed. Yes. So that's increased its healing by 22%. So that could be a thing. And I wonder if that then goes into like a morale tap. Does that count as a morale tap? I don't know. But that could be part of our tanking thing, right? In fact, we should have a look. I don't think I ever put anything on here, right? I wish I fixed that base morale multiplier. Gambit, life tap, damage, and healing. Yeah, so we got 15%. But that goes up to 16%. Heal bonus for conviction. So conviction was the one I think that I... Yeah, so spear... Or which one was it then? It must be this one, right? Yeah. And that's what gives us our morale boost. So we can up that then. Like, I don't know how much. Wait, was there defense? It's got to be defense, right? Heal bonus for conviction. 38.5%. Plus, assuming we're going to increase our like, incoming healing or whatever. So, really what we need to do is go back to our non-completed stuff. But really what we need to do then is just put ourselves through some normal content that we'd be doing. Not have the game crash. Hey, how we doing? Not have the game crash because I'm now not loading in all my quests. Give it a second. It won't die soon. Eventually. Fingers crossed. I am streaming tonight. Yes, it was only Monday this week that I'm actually not officially streaming. So yeah, somehow I've just got 6 nights where I can stream. Tomorrow, so Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it'll be like a later stream. So I finish at work at 8 o'clock. I should get back maybe 9-ish. So it's only going to be a few hours. But yeah, it's just Monday this week that we're not going to be streaming. I don't know how long it'll be because I don't really have too much plans. I was originally going to go to level 100 today, or take off the Stone of the Tortoise and well, flowing silver stone of the tortoise, but same premise. We were going to take that off and we were going to move on to the next bit of content, but I think I don't want to do that when I'm not fully like aware of where we're standing with Warden. So I'm going to leave it a little bit. We do have technically a bit of content to do, so we still have some virtues to do, even though we're mostly maxed, and there's not really much we can do. It's roving threats, apparently. I do need to finish off some final slayers, so maybe we could go do a bit of that tonight. And then I think, as well, I still have some Swan Fleet stuff. No, I literally have 1 Swan Fleet deed. I thought I might have a bit more, but the rest, unfortunately, are all virtue experience from roving threats. And as much as I think I'm decent at the moment, I don't think roving threats are on the to-do list at the current moment. But just getting used to our warden setup, you know. But at the same time, I don't know what quests we're doing because, you know, I could just do missions. But yeah, why do I still have a dark secret way? Sword of Eregion. Could never have it. Well, I could, but it wouldn't be worth it at the time. I could do the Lothlorien stuff. I guess there is that, because I still need to get... Do you know what? Actually, that brings up a really good point. I might do some Ballad of Bingo Boffin as well. But I wonder if... I don't think I need this one, do I? I don't need to do the Forlor stuff. And I don't need to do that Warband. I'm just trying to clear up my my thing a little bit. That just comes from missions occasionally. That one, apparently, I've just never done. But, oh, what was it? I'll think of it in a sec. I should open these two up first. 550 virtue experience, and that's not terrible. I'll take that. I don't really think we have much use for these at level 100 when we eventually get there, but I'll take it. Oh yeah, no, I was thinking, why don't I try, because I need to do this. I'll have to go Galtrev, but I have been talking for the longest time about going through and doing some Isengard stuff again to get the horse, to get some sigils. And it's one of those things where it's not on level, so we should be fine. But it's also like not solo content, so we can hopefully kind of have a bit of a challenge, but also hopefully we shouldn't die. That's kind of the hope. Because, yeah, I tried doing it just now with school. I did actually complete that, which was nice. But at the same time, I really wasn't using some of this new potential stuff we can use. Like, if we do that, like offensive strike, I don't know if it ever did before, but has like, it attacks multiple enemies, which is quite nice. I don't know what offensive strike's like later thing is. Is it that? Is it just these? Like 1 3 1 3 1, I'm guessing. And that's fine. So what, because oh yeah, basically I would like the prized Isengard Warsteed, and I can just do this on my alts. That's pretty easy. Nothing stopping us doing that. However, I would like to do a little bit of it on here, and I think that would give us a bit of insight to where we stand at the minute. So I don't really know which one's the better for us though. Fangorn's Edge seems like it might be fine. I might not do a perfect run.
You have found my
but Fangorn's Edge, I think, is seemingly doable.
Few know of its existence. Do you think you can
we get the Orthanc from so far away?
Progress? The war will continue.
Yeah, 33k. Like,
is over.
can I make it across before? I can. Look at that. It's almost like if you are quick, you can get there. It's the only reason I think I'm not gonna like do amazingly well is, okay, these aren't actually that difficult. Maybe the last bit. Oh, I'm feeling a bit of lag. I'm not a huge fan of that. I have been on a little bit today on Reneborn, and we were mostly lag free. So fingers crossed we can get to that. I'm like not even seeing my animations. Okay, I want to try 1 3. Okay. I feel like this wasn't as tough as my brain thought it was, but again, maybe the later stuff. Can't I aggro these guys? And like it kind of doesn't matter. It's only the trolls, and even the trolls aren't an issue. See, I love playing Warden, but I'm not gonna lie, when this happens, I get a little bit, what am I trying to do? This one? Yeah. I love playing Warden. It's just when I'm having lag like this, it's a little problematic. I would love to go against that Isengard troll, but the problem is he has like a one-shot, right? So no matter what I do, I'm kind of screwed. So offensive strike, I guess because it's 2 attacks, that's why it's doing so well. But just having more AoE choices, and I think I'm less likely to go into range now, I think, because of range resounding challenge not being my best kind of choice. Because now just regular resounding challenge also has the damage over time compared to just the straight up initial damage, and it also has more damage. It just has, and it has more targets. Like, I actually can't think, other than range, like actual range, I can't think of a reason why I wouldn't use range resounding, or why I would use range resounding challenge in a minute. Maybe I'm missing something fundamental, but also I just realized conviction is something I looked up a second ago, and I was like, oh, this isn't actually that good. Oh no, okay, maybe it wasn't. I was thinking because of the morale like regen stuff. I mean, it's still decent, I guess. It's still worth doing just that if I can, right? And can I set up like gambit chains out of combat? Is that a thing you can do? Like, if you're pre-setting up, assuming you actually have like different things. Okay, maybe if I'm not in combat, I can't set up advanced techniques. But I was like, maybe you could. What if that was a thing? You just like pre-set up all the stuff you should be doing anyway. You know, like all my tactical mitigations, my evade. I don't even know my tactical mitigations at. Mitigations? Tactical, is that it? I'm guessing. Let me just see. In 20 seconds, we'll see this lower. Presumably. We'll just wait here for the meantime, I guess. Just give it a couple seconds. 1 second. There we are. Okay, so I knew it was anyway because the other one was 0 and there's no way it couldn't have been 0. But
Megovanen.
Hey, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Hope you're having a good time. I'm gonna try and take these out and not have a troll kill me. Because I am the sort of person that will accidentally attack one of those trolls and just get completely demolished because, again, yeah. Never surrender, oh, I've just read that, is now a limited time skill. It usually gives you the never surrender effect, but with a few changes. The effect only lasts 20 seconds. Okay, that's kind of annoying. So never surrender I used to use a lot, but I used to use it just like preemptively anyway, right? Because you just held on to it. It's kind of annoying, but at the same time, I feel like I only put it on when I realize I'm about to die. So it's probably not going to be that big a deal, or I don't use it anyway, and then, you know, I still die. So I think, yeah, it's not going to be that problematic. Right, I need to make sure I don't attack the trees. That's the main thing, right? Right, range resounding, or regular resounding charm. I just need to remember, boot is interrupt, right? It's corruption removal that I struggle with. Because what is the corruption removal one? I can't remember its name. I think I literally just used it, right? I know it's logo, assuming that actually it's not been changed. Sorry, I'm being attacked right now. Dark Before the Dawn, that's one I need to use as much as I can. Because, well, I guess that's another thing, right? I need to work out how power is affecting me, or the whole power change is affecting me. Yeah, I need to just try and be careful if I can to not destroy the trees. Impressive flourish. Wait, I don't have my range skills anymore. No. That's what I've been trying to work out. I've been trying to work out like for the longest time. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. I've been trying to work out what my missing skills were. You're about to go to sleep, but you found the YouTube some days ago. Well, that's nice. I hope you enjoyed the videos, and hopefully it won't be too long till something else comes out. I was gonna have an April Fool's video, but I just never got around to actually doing it. And also, I would have felt bad, I think, about having an actual, just an April Fool's video be one of the early videos in a while. Yeah, I've been playing my Warden for a while now. I never like released a video about it. I keep meaning to. It's just I wanted to do a big long video of me going from 1 to 50 and doing Rift, and that would be like the finale. But it's just a lot of streams. There's so much going on. I don't even know if I attacked the guys. Wait, do I have? What is that skill? Do I not have it anymore? There was a skill that like makes you like Warden's Triumph. Wasn't that it? Can't remember. I'm really bad with names of skills. That's generally my biggest problem. Wait, I just realized these guys aren't aggro. Does that mean I can get away without killing them? I can use my ranged skills? Or like my AoE skills, I should say. Okay, I should probably pick these up before I get it into combat. God damn it. Okay, the only problem I have now with choosing this as my test is because I haven't, or because I'm like over leveled for this, right? This is level 75 content. We're 20 levels above it, right? But I wanted to use it as a little test. It's going to be easy, but that's mostly because we're 20 levels above. I will say, though, we are still using a level 75 cloak, so we're going to go with that as my excuse for why I'm allowed to do this. I mostly use Resounding Challenge, but that's because, I don't know, it's easy to remember. And also, I was told to, basically. But with this change, I don't know, because like the whole thing is you're supposed to like go into ranged stance and then go use Resounding Challenge to get the damage over time. And then you're supposed to, you know, go do this, that, and the other. And now because of the changes, like, I just have to get used to it again. And then there's also the power changes. I've never really had an issue with power on Warden, but there's the power changes. Like, quite a few things have happened since I've kind of sat down and played Warden. But I didn't want to get blindsided for... Wait, was that the reversal? That was reversal. Hey, I learned how to do reversal, kind of. Nice. Obviously didn't do a tier 2, but it's good to know that I can still do that. So I got an imbued sigil of Orthanc, which is actually really what I'm after. And then we also got a sword and a piece of armor. Is it at least cosmetically good looking? Not with that color, it certainly isn't. Let's go white. It isn't quite the pure white. Is that because I thought Conviction looked like it was weaker. I don't know if Conviction's the one you're thinking or talking about. The Celebration of Skill, that's something. That's initial heal, right? That's fine. That's what I was sort of using. And then a Restoration or whatever it's called, that one.
For saving the forest.
So that feels... Obviously, that's like initial heal, like quite high, a lot, like heal immediately. And that's less, but then you get like 2,700. Obviously, it changes with level. But then... Thing is, I didn't take a look beforehand, but Conviction is then...
Us. Thank you for saving the forest. We shall stand guard now and protect the forest.
Yeah, they do feel like... But again, I didn't take a look beforehand. I really should have... just sat down and taken a screenshot of everything. I don't think I played Warden, though, between the time that they announced the change and actually did the change. Or at least, not properly. Okay, let's go do my Ancient Sigil. I can't remember how many they give us, but let's also get rid of these. What was it, a sword? Eh. I got 3 Orthanc sigils, which means I should be up to 27, which is something. I guess I just need 72 more. Yeah, that's totally fine. I see no issue with that whatsoever. Yeah, I don't know. What were we doing before? Fangorn? Durndingle? The issue is where we were is that none of it was really difficult. It was just time consuming, right? Like strength wise, again, we're, you know, 215% on our physical mastery and we're 32.5 on our crit. I have no idea if this is in any way decent in a minute, but I wanted more crit from that and I wanted light damage increase and I wanted some mastery cooldowns, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. It's not really much. Why? Oh, it's because they're talking to them. Okay. There isn't really much for us to do in this area still, except for us to finish off those deeds. So I don't actually know. Let's go have a quick little look at... Because I literally just need to do Craven and Herd Creature. And Western... Thing is, though, Slayer is kind of boring. And I'm just going to say it. I also put West Gondor, not West Rohan. They're very long-winded. So, Craven Slayer and Herd Creature Slayer. Where's the best places for this? Deed contributes to this. Marsh crows in Snagfen in the broad acres that count towards this deed. Herd creatures. There are some cows and goats you can search one for birds and wolves just outside the Westhold between the two rivers. Okay. I am level 95. That's where I'm at. There are about 7 groups of 3 cattle in the southern broadacres just in the river bordering Kingstead, stretching in the eastern part. So, do we go like wherever the birds were? Oscillate. Of course they were oscillate. And then over to wherever here. Like back and forth. Maybe. Let's just do this first. Again, I don't think there's anything that we need except from the pets. But honestly, it's such a grind that I'm like, I'm happy to leave it for a bit. I still think I'm going to have the issue from before, right? Where... So we've got this whole advanced technique situation, which is nice, and it gives us different stuff, you know, depending on what skills we use. That's nice to have, but I am worried that it's just going to be another skill that we kind of have no benefit to for a very long time. Like, in standard landscape content, we're not going to need it. And the reason I say that is just simply because we're killing stuff too quickly because of the way we set this character up. Between now and going to level 100, it's not going to be an issue for us. We're not going to hit an enemy that's like super difficult to kill. All right? So we're not going to need to struggle there. And then we're going to get the best in slot gear for level 100. And it's going to happen exactly the same way. So it's kind of this... It's not a bad thing, but whenever the main struggle is the lag, not the enemies a lot of the time. Because this is now on level content, but it's so low. So like, but at the same time, I say that this is using the armor. We are primarily using the armor, actually entirely using the armor from this content. So this, you know, the Enduring Fangorn stuff, minus the cloak, which is actually, again, still a level 75 cloak. It just beats out everything by far. Also, I'm very confused. Well, not confused, but interested. Plus 5.423 in combat power regen that can stack twice. What is our power regen looking like? 24 per second while in combat, 92 while not in combat. I don't really feel like we are hitting that a lot. I think this is currently the lowest we've ever been. But I think what that is because we're killing stuff quite quickly. What's happening is we are just like regenning it so quickly after. Because we've also put our fate up quite a lot. So that also helps with regen, right? And our max power. Is it 1 power per fate? It looks to be. You never know though, we might get something good out of this. Fingers crossed. And then, yeah, there's not really anything. There's this one, which is interrupt inductions. That's nice to have just an interrupt induction skill just without having to worry about it. I think we had that already, though. Which one's this? Initial hit damage? Yeah. Yeah, what else did we get otherwise? We have the javelin still. Move them all over. At least I think we're not going to have to do what I maybe suggested last time. Because last stream I was like, maybe we're going to have to remake a warden on like Shadowfax. And just kind of see how things go. You know, just see how the leveling process goes, but then speed it up with obviously Shadowfax to make it a little bit quicker. And I don't think that's going to be a requirement, which is good. I'm happy about that. I need these orc captains to stop appearing, and I need to find whoever has the key. This is where I find out I've accidentally already killed them, and I don't know about it, but I don't know why I thought that would help. I did pick these up, though. Unfortunately, they're heavy armor, but hey, small vitality. Kind of close for just a dropped item as well. I feel like I've gone to every possible spawning spot for this guy. Maybe I do have the key. No, we don't have the key. Oh wait, no, they can spawn up here. It's not you though. You? Key warden, found you. I'm the only warden allowed. Thank you very much. Oh. I forgot that has a knockout, which means I don't have to worry about... Obviously, it's not necessarily going to work on everybody, but... Knockout plus 50% run speed. And we don't have to be in careful step, it looks like. So what's the point in careful step then? Apart from potentially giving me a stealth level. Even it doesn't do that. Oh, wait a second. So does that let you do it without the induction? Or did I just miss that entirely? Like, what's stopping me from not using careful step? I've never really used it. So... unless I actually want to try and sneak in. But why would I want to sneak in? Like, not really much point. Yeah, so... Thing is, it's not really going to help me. Anyway, let's just run and kill the guy. Come closer, please, so I can kill you. Why? My skill's not working. This is not fun. You can't just have stuff not work. That's just... Thank you. Right, can I leave? This guy's gonna... just do that. I mean, I will say as burglar, I've definitely just snuck to the end of a place before. Like, there's this one mission, I can't remember where, like, which one it's called specifically, but you have to, like, plant 3 things, 3 flags, and I think there's also one in the same map where you have to save free, like, dwarven prisoners or whatever. I just sneak in there as my burglar. 4, 4, and 4. All terrible. So for us, with the toolkit, the minimum is 4, otherwise it's 3. And we hit that minimum every single time just now, which is just sad, honestly. Now, should I manually go over to Ossoli? I mean, I'm not that far, am I? 'Cause I don't have... I have, Oldberg. But yeah, I just don't know. Doesn't feel like it makes too much sense. Also, I just totally remembered that, good to bad missions exist. I always forget that. Always completely forget that they exist because they're just, quite frankly, not that interesting to me. I don't know what it is about like missions I will do. I think it's just because delvings exist. Oh yeah, definitely. I was saying it a second ago, but like I am totally never going to use this until maybe endgame. Like in day-to-day normal life, I'm not going to use it. I think it's going to be one of those things where it's only useful in like an instance, like a raid or whatever, right? Where you can actually get some benefit out of it. At least for me, I'm killing stuff too quickly to actually make use of it. And I don't want to have to add something else that I've also then got to keep track of, but also I have to keep track of what the previous one I used, like because obviously the skill changes depending on what your last gambit was, or last gambit is literally called a gambit. So oh nice, back-to-back power regens. I get a whole extra 10 power per second. Does that actually go? Oh wait, I'm looking at power. 40 power. I was looking at morale a minute ago. 101 power. Is it just generally in combat power regen? Fair enough. So we should go down to 30 when this cuts off, right? Unless it might be 29, 34, 29. Okay, because it's like overlapped slightly. That's what I don't like about these whole 0.4 and 0.689. I understand why it happened, but it's like the tactical mastery crit percentages things that happen on some gear. I'm like, I don't need to know that it's plus 1.083%. I just say it's 1%. I guess in some situations, if you're looking at two pieces of gear, then yeah, you can look at the one that is the higher like decimal percent and pick that one if it's better, but I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference. So you never know if it's crit, like crit chance or whatever. What quest have you got? Oh, you're just a vector. Okay. Oh yeah, mounted combat's going to be even worse because I don't have ranged skills. I mean, I do. I can just go into a sailment, but... I hope you realize I'm just going to use range resounding challenge. Wait, is that javelin a virtue versus spear a virtue? Is that what's just changed? Virtue. Nope. I mean, fair play. Desperate combat. It might just be a blue thing that I can't see, but I mean, there's this. I don't know if any of these have changed. You actually get less healing, I guess, by being red line. Oh, my blue line build is going to be broken, isn't it? Like, my blue line trait tree is just going to be reset. That's kind of disappointing. I'm going to have to eventually look into... I've never really cared much for my blue line build, but I think... I don't know. I think maybe I should start going into it. I possibly will at like 115 or 105. I feel like at 100, I'm going to be so focused on getting these again, which is going to be an absolute nightmare trying to do, that I honestly just don't want to get 2 sets. Like, I don't want to get 2 sets of the 95 stuff, and I don't want to get 2 sets of the 100 stuff, and I don't even know... Jewelry index. Let's have a look. That's jewelry recipes. But... let's have a look at, like, necklace index. What is... level 101 to 110. It's gonna be... That's all 110 stuff. No, I want to have a look at the 105 stuff. Where do I get this from? It's like a semi-decent... Level 98 quest, negotiations. Okay, fair enough. Anyway, I think Morgul crests are just going to be what we have to grind for. Is it me, or is everything just like doubled? For some reason, it looked like every single bit of grass was duplicated for a second. Yeah, how many do I have to kill? 80, 160. I really don't want to, though. That's the only thing. I need to get rid of assailment. I also need to get out of assailment. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do that. I just feel like doing that a lot is just kind of sad. Though I might have a quick look at the other ones where it says to go. So I can actually just go Helm's Deep for this one. There we are. It's one of those things where I've left the worst ones till last, or the ones I didn't want to do till last, and now I just don't want to do them. You know? I don't think it matters too much if I like go to 100 without doing them. I just need to remember to come back. It's just sad that I have to do 160. Obviously with the Slayer Accelerator, it's not actually that many. It's half the amount, so I'd only need to kill 20 more or 22 more, and then I'd have to kill still 80 though, and that's the biggest thing. And looking at Craven's, it just says... It doesn't say anything about them. But it does say there are 7 groups of 3 cattle in the Broadacres just south of the river bordering Kingstead, stretching from the eastern part of the woods out to the open plains. Some cows and goats, sorry. The share spawns with birds and wargs are found in the Westfold in the area between 2 rivers and south of the road. So, if they share spawns with birds, and the birds count towards Kraben Slayer, that could be our best choice. And obviously if we had Warg Slayer remaining, then it would be like a triple thing, but we have completed Warg Slayer. But yeah, I just want to see, because I want to get virtues done, but it's just this. I just have, there's 8,000 virtue experience lying on this, you know, that I could get, which would be nice. I think that might max out one of these. That would max out this, I guess. How am I doing on missions? 13, 20. Because that's 4,000. But like this, what's quicker? Probably should have transferred the virtue experience I got today on Tal Velard, because I did go on Tal Velard and finish my delvings for the week. And that also completed my missions. And yeah, maybe I should have paid more attention to that. Priestess Bethan. Can we take out a warband? Maybe we need like slowly increasing like warband morale values. I think I've already taken out Princess Bethan before, so I should definitely be able to now. There's a Kraben bird, or carrion bird, not a Kraben bird. I just saw sea and I saw bird, and I just immediately mixed the two. But I'm pretty sure we've taken her out already. It should say when we get closer, be like, this is a thing you've already completed. That I've never completed. Okay, so do we have like I found out why I haven't completed it. But do I do it? I kind of want to do it just because it might just be that she's got a lot of morale because she has to deal with these guys. You know, like, is it that she hits hard, or like? Okay. Using the wrong skill. Okay, can I out heal? Okay, never surrender. No, never surrender. But it's still got a 5-minute cooldown, so. Oh wait, I wasn't supposed to do that. I was supposed to use 2-1. Okay, I will say I was doing quite well, but then it wouldn't actually put out some of my skills. And I know I use that as a reason a lot, but I know for a fact I did 2-1-2 and it just did 2-2. So, all things considered, I'm quite proud of that. But also, I don't think that's going to be a thing for us right now. But I think we did quite well. Obviously, that's supposed to be like a multi, you know, character fight. But yeah, also I just realized I spent so long trying to find my morale pots thinking they were there, and then realized that they were right there. So yeah, also want to have a look at the Lottery store, because I just remembered about the Valar, and I want to see how much the Valar costs. So Valars are on sale, and then we have 6695. 6,700 for a Valar. I don't know, that's normal value. It's always weird to me that as newer Valars have come out, that the other ones haven't decreased in value. Like, you think that because it's now less, it's not max level, that it's because it's the 105 or 121 isn't max level now, that they make it so it costs less, sort of thing. Right, I found a bird, found a warg. You count. There's also a warband over here. Nice troll. I think I can take this one out. Have I done this one before? I've never completed this one before. This one seems a little bit easier. Hi guys. How you doing? You're not in combat with me, that's weird. Okay, yeah, as long as we actually don't have severe lag, I think this is doable. Which is interesting because it also, this one gives the same silver box as the priestess did. So, yeah. What did we get though? We got a 176 polished bronze bracelet of the rider. So a nice bit of gear. We also got 12 Western Net iron coins, which I don't really know what we can do with anymore. So Western Net iron coins. Apparently I've looked it up enough. It's in my history. Oh, so that's just regular quartermasters. So for us, not really anything we can buy with it. I don't know if we can buy anything for like the reward track. I don't know. But we did get this, which is something. It is a tanky, more tanky type of thing. So, you know what? I might just like put on a 30-minute accelerator and see where we get to. It's just I feel like sometimes putting on a 6-hour Slayer accelerator can be a bit of a waste, you know? But if we run around here for a bit, for 30 minutes, see what we can get, like where we can get to on here. Because if we're getting multiple enemies that can be counted towards herd animals, that might be quite nice. And birds as well. Wargs obviously not, but if they share the same spawn spots as those enemies, then we can obviously kill them and make advantage of that. We can also get Aeolingus Scar, which I don't particularly know what I have it used for right now, but hey, it's something. Why did that not use the skill? What is going on? Can you imagine if they counted as birds as herd animals for some reason? Basically, hey, it would be nice if I could get, you know, these kills quicker. I do think now doing Resounding Challenge is going to work out for us to be better, because, like, it has that damage over time. Yeah, it's going to take a couple seconds, and I know I used to do this all the time, but yeah, we can, like, set it up using using battle prep, or just by being in a fight. And I just got a minor essence of morale. I thought that was a bit fancier than it was. Also, I'm really gonna have to work on essences soon, aren't I? One advantage we have is that level 100 essences you can just get for marks, like the purple versions. So that's at least something, but still a bit annoying. Hi, Warg. This is generally how I go around killing a load of stuff recently, because it's just like, I am in combat so I can use my skills, and then I can just set up for the next guy, and then, you know, from there we're good. And worst case scenario, if it's like, you know, it takes us a while, we just use the actual skill. But yeah, I think it's obviously going to take a little while, but I think it might be worth it. Because if we can get through this tonight, it's also not something that the lag's going to particularly affect, like cause us issues with. But if it's something that we can get done tonight, that means that next time... Oh, I just realized. Because of the quests related to this area, these enemies are going to be here for a little while. Hopefully that doesn't mess anything up. I don't actually know if it does, though. That's a little concerning. But if this is done, then I can kind of say we're done. And we can maybe next week start heading over to level 100. Wait a minute. Did I just not fight you? Did I just waste a gambit on you? That is not allowed. That's rude, if anything. But yeah, we can maybe go to 100 next week, which will be interesting, because I mean 100 is a lot of content. Like if we would go on to where to play, we scroll down all the way to the bottom, near enough the bottom. Obviously we are West Rohan 85 to 95, and then if we look, Western Gondor 95 to 100, Dead Marshes 100, Central Gondor 100, Eastern Gondor 100, Older Norien also 100. So the way we're doing it is we are going to just do all that content up to 100. I know it's technically like a load of quest packs, but there's like 4 years worth of quest packs there. But at the same time, it's like that's basically our expansion. You know, it's like more epic battles, and then, well, actually, it's not even the epic battles. That's later stuff, even. But then we can do, after that, the everything in Minas Tirith up to a certain point on epics, and then we'll go do 105, which is also a little bit lower, but also what we used to. We're used to, like, 5-10 levels. Even though 95 to 100 is 5 levels and just a ton of content. But obviously, we'll be used to it. We're used to, like, the 5 level, 10 level gaps. So that's fine. This goat is just having the time of his life. I feel like I should put it out of its misery. Actually, I should, because you're a goat, and therefore you count. Really? Okay. I can't put you out of your misery. I'm sorry. I have no, like... I don't think I have any skills that can do anything about that. Like, Hunter, at least I could, you know, use a trap, for example, and it would kind of work. It would take its time, but it would work. But not with that. But yeah, 105 doesn't have too much content, I don't think. It's just March of the King, isn't it? Really. And then we do North Ithilien. So we're gonna have to pick herbs or something. What is it called? We have them because they're account bound, right? These things, the amber extract, Lotro extract. Do herbalism, that's what I'm thinking of. But is herbalism how we get our stuff? So herbalism is part of the host of the West reputation faction and some of the best level 100 equipment and essences in North Ithilien and the Wastes. Now, depending on where it comes under landscape, we do actually end up getting more with the things, so that will be hopefully just a quicker process. We can also just do it on multiple characters, not that it really matters, but we can get the Forager's Basket. That's from certain quests, it seems. So we can get some of the rarer resulting items. Oh, that's interesting. So you can give in some of the lower tier ones to try and get luck of getting... You can give in 30 of Crimson, Verdant, or Umber. Oh, Umber. Whatever. And you can give those in for a Forager's Basket, which then has a chance of giving those. But you can also get the Sapphire and Amber extract. Is that the only way of getting those? Nope, it's just... It doesn't only give them. I've already killed you. I'm not going to worry. Don't think you take up our spawn spots, so I think we're good. But yeah, I want to find the host of the West people. We can't just go there, unfortunately, but we can at least look on the wiki. And medium armor. If I look up Ithilien Pathfinder on item treasury, that is what we get, and we can also get essences, I think, right? Oh, we can also trade the lower tier ones into higher tier ones. That's just directly, rather than have a chance. So you can also get jewelry. So I have a feeling that's going to be like our choice, but I don't know if it's going to be better than like Moat's gear at 100. Minimum 105, maximum 120. Minimum 105. So that's definitely 105 stuff. I brought up item treasury there as well, so let's just input that in and have a little look. The Wastes rewards. No idea. Anyway, it's not even particularly better, but obviously, like, it's more about the essences than it is about the, like, main stats. Does it at least look decent? I can already tell you no. I do not like the look of that. That is not what we're going to have cosmetically. Even if I didn't have my favorite cosmetic, that is definitely not what we're choosing. But for context, let's say, so file, right? I have Amber, Crimson, Golden, Sapphire, Umber, and Verdant. So Amber and Sapphire seem to be the most, like, the rare ones. And those are the ones that we, like, basically trade up the lower tier ones to get the bigger tier ones to then get the gear. Because the armor, each of the armors is 2 sapphire and 4 amber. I have 7 amber right now and 1 sapphire. So we almost have enough for 2 pieces of gear in terms of amber, but then we're only a quarter of the way with the sapphire. And we're not particularly high with anything else. So that's going to be a bit of a thing we have to work on. But I don't know how I feel about starting that now. Like, if I were to... how's my warden now with this? Not particularly good. I don't know. If I were to start doing it, like, on a different character, it would almost feel a little bit cheaty, so I don't particularly want to do that. Obviously, I've done it in the past. Not even on purpose. I've never actually done a proper herbalism thing in this game. It's just stuff I have picked up when I went through that area and just ended up, you know, now having available. I shouldn't really be pausing, like, while the Slayer Accelerator is on, but it's fine. I only put a 30-minute one on, so it's not the end of the world. I just think it'd be nice to at least get to advanced. I feel like when I'm on advanced, they have a bit more push, more drive. So it has more agility than what we have currently, and a significant, like, obviously we're not paying attention to the Wormfire one because, you know, it's a bit older, but the item levels do jump up a bit. Obviously that's 2 like upgrades from where we're going to be. So the agility is quite nice, the morale is decent, and then we can also get some physical mastery, I'm sure. I don't even know if this stuff drops like 105 essences. Doesn't look like it. Let's have a look. 101 to 110. Oh, there's a goat. Nice. Get you close enough to also be affected, and that should work. So 105. Let's look at, like, I don't know, vitality, for example. Ithilien infused essence box. We'll work out how to get those, and North Ithilien essence box as well. So there is a chance I'm gonna have to go through on a couple alts and grab a couple, because it looks like the Ithilien infused one is from a wild essence of Ithilien, which is obtained. Oh, so you craft them with a profession. I probably can't do that. Tailor, I guess. Honorian Tailor. Is there something I can do here? Host of the West. Bolt of Ithilien cloth. Wild essences. Is this it? So I have to get the actual previous one. So I still have to get those. That's fine. So the main thing looks like I'm just got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 quests that are available to us. So if I do that on this character and I do it on, like, Tarvelard and I do it on, like, Renaborn, then that's 24 that we can use, and then that's hopefully us set for a little while. So that's something, at least. But that is also quite far in the future, and we probably don't need to worry about that too much. The level 100 stuff is something we have to worry about, but we're not going to worry too much about it still anyway. I think those, I have to get Morgul crests, and that's the thing that scares me the most. Greater... So I just have to get Greater Essence of Physical Mastery, which is a Universal Solvent, Major Essence of Physical Mastery, and 3 high-grade Ale ingots, and an Emerald Shard. Ooh, that's clearly going to be the hardest bit. And that gets me a either a greater essence of physical mastery or a supreme, of which I can then just spend a load of time getting a load of, you know, crit boost thingies, 100% crits, and then make sure I get those supremes. But looking at that, we are... It doesn't actually say. It's really annoying because it... Oh, it does. 1,131 physical mastery, 116 max morale. So we also get morale with that, which is also a little extra bonus. There's a warg. I do not want wargs. Please no wargs. Hopefully that goat is escaped. I really hope for its safety. I pray that it's had a chance to get out of there, I guess. What I might do in a second, though, is I might quickly rush up back to where the Cravens are supposed to be and just see if we can maybe get both of them. Because, like, I only need to do 3 more kills of something to get Herd Creature Slayer up to an advanced tier. And then Cravens might be worth just getting up to that as well. So we can just, like, slowly work on it. If I just dedicate, like, half an hour every so often. That might be quite nice. Because again, it's not that it's difficult, it's just time consuming. It's the main crux of the issue. So level 100. Yeah, it doesn't really show. Oh, speaking of, are you just trying to make me feel better about not seeing any birds? Okay, there is actually a kind of a downgrade for us by going for offensive strike and then getting a reversal, because I feel like reversal is just not particularly... I mean, it does more damage, I guess. Well, it doesn't actually do more damage. It does have the corruption removal, but it does lose the max targets and also the 2 attacks. So actually going for that third, you know, us pressing 2 actually decreases our overall damage from that, because, I mean, we do less attacks and less AoE. It's also a nice, very simple skill for us to use now, because it does do pretty decent damage. Like, we're looking at least 13,000. At least. It's very likely to go above that, especially if we crit. Right, one more, and then there's immediately another one. Of course there is. Why, now that I'm close to finishing, you suddenly go, you know what? Now's the time. Jesus, I want to play Warden, but why are you so laggy? It's actually been fine all day. Okay, there we are. Herd Creature Slayer of the Western. Now, obviously, we still have the 160 to go, but that's going to be a situation that's going to take a little while. The only other thing I can think of doing right now is killing this goat. No, is getting like Zia or Remilus on and using them to kill the enemies quicker, just to one-shot them, just because it's one of those situations like, I know I can kill them, but it's just like taking a while. But then I'm still going to be running around looking for kills and stuff, so it's not really. Unfortunately, everything else kind of had an instance where it could be part of it, but there's not really any instances on here that have herd animals that we can kill. So maybe being on my war steed actually might be quicker for this, just because they're not skills I have to worry about. I don't have enough war steed power. I've never in my life run out of war steed power. What on earth is going on? That said, it's very unlikely that I've ever really been on my war steed for this long attacking. So Okay. Dismount. Then we do resounding challenge, and then that'll kill everything. And then we get... Cool. Right, I should actually now start making my way back up, because we are on a time limit technically. But we can go to Stone Deans. Well, not even Stone Deans, it's directly to the Broadacres, but it's just diagonal. And try and see if we can get back to this swamp area. In fact, if there is a stable master, in fact, we could just go to Helm's Deep and we could swift travel there. That would make a lot more sense rather than just manually traveling. And then, yeah. I also want to see, while we're here, these Western Iron coins, because it could be an idea to just go through and do a couple warbands as well. So Helmingus.
We travel swiftly.
I'll just look down in general. We can buy these, which I just don't know if it's particularly worth it. There is also the Emerald Shard, but I'd rather just buy it for, you know, just marks. Why not? Improved high-grade Aeolingus. I mean, I'm going to get that just because it's a recipe. And, like, why not? Everything else, I mean, this is all Taylor stuff, but I'm not going to go for it. I don't really care that much right now. And then Aeolingus. I'm just trying to see if there's anything specifically tracery related. No, there isn't. There's just these, which we could get. Again, these are 51,000. Those are 67,000. So, it's probably better that we go for the... Actually, we should work out what the best value is.
What is happening to these lands?
Let's go to Edoras, which then should put us close enough. It's just because the wiki obviously still shows old stuff like Fused Kalanad, Relics, Scrolls of Renewal. So it's like, oh, well, maybe they've got traceries then, you know? Where am I going to? I am going to Stoke? I mean, ideally Osserley, but I don't think it's on here unless I go to Stoke. That's kind of sad. Yeah, Prospect. Improved high-grade Aeolingus recipe. Okay, allows one to go... This allows one to go straight from a chunk of Aeolingus gun to high grade, bypassing 2 intermediate grades. Yeah, so it's just like... It's actually really good. You just require the crit like thing, which you probably would be trying to use anyway if you could. Also, I totally need to go. Yeah. So I don't really think there's a situation right now where we need that. But I mean, if I'm doing more completionist stuff with certain characters, then maybe it actually is. I don't think with current 2, with Runekeeper, I don't need anything made from metal. And with Brawler, I technically might do... Well, I wouldn't need for the gauntlets, but I guess the armor, depending on what comes up. It's also just nice to have. Like, if I can just make more of an item. Be more efficient with it. And that's obviously preferred. Right. So this area also shares with slugs, but if I remember correctly, there were quite a decent amount of cravens. At least during the time I was looking for slugs, I was finding a lot of crows. So fingers crossed, it's not actually that bad. Oh, this place is actually really good. I don't know if it's good enough to make me put on another Slayer Accelerator, but I've only got to kill 80. It shouldn't be that bad. I say only got to kill 80. Still have to kill the other ones, but... Also, that was apparently all just... I only used Fist then. Did not use any other skill, apparently. That's definitely what happened. Yeah, I definitely should have been here the entire 30 minutes. Okay. I'll just, like, park myself here at some point with an ult. And hopefully saying that I actually remember to do that, because I'm very good at saying I'll do something and then just never actually getting around to it. Case in point, like, Lothlorien. Still haven't done all that. It's kind of problematic. I need to do better at that. Wait, how are you making me... I don't understand what's going on anymore. It felt like I was using my skills on an enemy that I couldn't use. Alright, let's maybe wait for some to respawn. Because they at least show... Wait, did they show on the map? They should, because, like, the right level and all. But... Oh, wait a minute. So, you have to kind of... Like, you don't crit a thing. Yeah, it's apparently for a limited time. I don't really know why they'd have a Valar only available for a limited time. But, it's a thing. I was saying earlier, like, it happened... I think they tweeted it, like, as I started stream. I don't think I have use for it, but... Hey, it's nice to have, I guess. It's also nice that the other ones are on sale. I've always found it weird, though, that the lower, like, ones... When a new Valar comes out, the values of the old ones don't go down. I don't think it would be that controversial for that to happen. Because, you know... It almost feels worse that it's... Or weirder that there are, like, 3 Valars that are the same, but there's a significant level increase between all 3. And, like, significant gear amount of increase. But also, you don't want to devalue, I guess, Valars too much. Because people will just do it for the free virtual experience, I guess. That's what I do. I don't know if I can kill Cledwyn. It's my only concern. I kind of want to try it, but I don't know if I can do it. Right, at the very least, both of these are roughly the same spot now, so that's something going for us. I don't know if we'll continue on with it, though. I think this is definitely a thing where I'll just, like, do it, I don't know, off stream with an ult and just sit down here and occasionally just run around, kill enemies, wait like 10 minutes until, you know, some more are back. Probably not that long, especially if I have an accelerator on. Let's go see, though. Cledwyn. He was somewhere. We only have a minute and a half on our thing, so it doesn't really matter, but I want to see how well we can do against Cledwyn. It's not even just the Warden changes that I'm like, oh, maybe I'm stronger. It's, I think every change recently has kind of made me think that. Wait, do you count as a... No, you don't. Damn it. I think there's been a lot of changes. There's like the whole damage change thing, and then obviously the Warden changes, which has also brought on some changes to like traceries, which makes some of them a bit stronger for us in our like... Or not necessarily stronger, but I think broader would be the best way to describe it, I guess. There you are. What am I... That's not who I want. That's who I want. Yeah, they did do the, that though. But I've still not felt like too bad. I was doing my delvings today and I didn't really notice, like I wasn't struggling. So at most I'm struggling to the lag at the minute. I did notice though, I was doing my my delvings and I clicked the delving stone, right? And I accepted the quest and then I didn't think any much more of it. And I was like, oh, this is a really easy quest. Like this mission's really easy. Either I've got really strong or like tier 7s become just super easy. I realized later on that apparently I don't understand why they've made it like this, but I had sold my emerald or whatever it is by accident, which meant that I had accepted the quest, but I hadn't like activated the quest, if that makes sense. Which I don't really understand why there's a 2-part process to it. But that at least explains to me why my delvings were particularly easy. Luckily, I still had enough to actually do the content. Like I needed 10, right, for the weekly. The worst thing about this is the fact that he's mounted. If he's non-mounted, this would be easy. Literally just the fact he's on a horse. And I refuse to go on mine. Okay. A lot of that I'm going to play on mounted. And honestly, as long as it's like not necessarily forcing me to do mounted combat, but as long as mounted combat kind of plays the way it does and we're at this level, I don't really think there's an outcome where it's super viable to do that. Just because, like, maybe at 100, sure, but I feel like where it stands right now, it's just so awkward trying to do melee hits. And I could use assailment, yes. I don't think that's the key. Also, again, server's being a little bit meh today. Wasn't earlier. It was actually really behaving earlier. I think I had one issue earlier, which was just me being on a war steed and running through an area and I got stuck on somewhere, which is just to be expected at this point, honestly. But yeah, it's fine. It's fine. We won't worry about it. But it does bring up, what do we want to do? I could do some missions for that. But I don't really need any moats right now. Maybe at 100 we'll need moats. But should we go see what Rift is like? I know this is very all over the place today, but in fact, actually, if I'm going to do Rift, I should probably actually go to the zone for it, because then I can pick up a few extra quests. Yeah, I know. It's just like, I always find mounted enemies do that like annoying loop around. And sometimes I feel like, and this could just be a me thing, but I do feel like sometimes where the server thinks the enemy is isn't where the enemy is, if that makes sense. So melee hits just kind of don't work as it feels they should.
Are a stranger to these lands.
I think that's right. Islands Camp, is that not correct for where I need to go to for Rift? This is relevant though, because I have been trying to slowly get my Eldgang rep up. So yeah, why not? It's something to do. Also, it's kind of nice to occasionally just do something that hopefully doesn't lag. Wait, have I not got any quests? I know this quest's actually in Rift, right? I know, I understand that, but... And also I know, yes, this is a level 50 thing, but I feel like Rift is, you know, being like the first big raid, like the first raid, right? I'm pretty sure it's the first raid. There's that, but there's also the fact that, like,
they have uncovered the home of the Eldgang.
you know, it's still a raid. Unfortunately, that didn't do anything just now.
The slave master said you refused to
I wish I could,
We are tired.
I wish that worked. It's kind of silly that it didn't, I'm not gonna lie.
anyone else need a rest.
Stop knocking me out. Oh, it's so annoying. It's just like, I don't know, unnecessary downtime sometimes, I feel like. Also, I've been getting, I don't know if this is a thing that anybody else has been having. I've been having like really bad actual stutters with the game. And I've looked at my task manager and stuff. It's not like anything is particularly amiss. I've been getting really bad, like... Today, again, I was doing my delvings and it just like... On the final enemy, like what would be the final hit, it was quite close. And what would be the final hit, my game just froze. And I was like, okay, I'm dead then. Like, that's it. I'm gonna be dead. Luckily, it at least registered what I was doing, but still. Stop knocking me out. Getting on my nerves. I haven't seen any... There is one place in Before the Shadow where I have constantly... It's always in the one area, though, I can predict it, where it's like... let me see if I can find it. I think it's in Swanfleet, and it's like around one of these areas, like this kind of watery area, where the ground textures just don't load in like the quality versions. They're just like kind of very stretched out almost. And then the game, my screen just goes to black. Like, I can predict when it's going to happen because it always happens in the same spot. Oh, you silenced me. How dare you? I was thinking about doing a full reinstall, but from what I remember, Lotro, like, I have good internet, for example. Like, I have 900 down, 100 up. Like, it shouldn't take me that long to, you know, download a what, 20, 30 gig game, right? It took me like half an hour to do like 90 gigs earlier. Why are you not a valid target? But like, I'm pretty sure Lotro's download like connection is just super slow, so I just didn't want to do it because I knew it was gonna take forever.
But why did you save me when all the other little ones wished me dead?
You know what?
The old tales are
yeah, I've got fiber.
And the
so like, that was one of the reasons actually I chose this flat, is because it actually had like a fiber connection, or the ability. I had to get it like installed, but the ability to have a fiber connection versus. I don't really think the UK doesn't really have like parallel sort of thing. It's always been download being more than upload. I mean, it's much better than what I used to have. I used to have like I used to have 9. Well, no, see, the package I bought is 900 down, up, 100 up. So I know it's like, it's not because that's wrong, but like where I was before, it was like 70 down, 10 up or something. It was supposed to be like minimum 10, but it sometimes like hit 16. It was kind of like where I was at. And even that wasn't like super consistent. Oh, but yeah, I was like, basically I was just hoping if I did a fresh install, that maybe just like, if there's anything, I don't know, it could be plugins, really. Like, I've had issues with plugins when they're not even installed. So I don't know if there's just like, I have weird old plugins that are just inconsistent or whatever, or causing issues. I don't know. I guess I'm just kind of hoping something will fix it. What am I in combat with? Why is there always one enemy that's like over here? Or is it because I'm still to like face off against these guys? Oh, it's you with your blood gift. No. I think the thing is, it's not gonna be. They haven't. Okay, so they haven't actually said anything about it, right? As far as I'm aware, I'm really bad at keeping up with stuff. But yeah, I'm really bad at keeping up with stuff in the game, which is kind of a problem. But I haven't heard anything. But I don't think it's going to be like what most people are expecting. I think it's more like UI stuff. See, that's the thing I had to explain. So when I moved in, I had this like the landlord or like the company I like rented it from or went through to rent it. Wow, the lag. Yeah, so the company, like the estate agents or whatever you want to call them, I really need to actually be able to hit an enemy. Thank you, finally. They had this whole thing where they were like, oh, this company will, like, we work with this company and they'll sort out like how you're gonna pay your electric and your water and gas and etc and all that kind of stuff. And one was like helping with internet, and like obviously they want to sell you certain things. They like partner with certain companies to sell you certain things, but he was trying to sell me something that was like objectively, like it was around what I already had, but I wanted this internet, like the 900 down 150 up. It means I can like upload a lot better and more consistently as well. If I'm using 6 up and I have 120 up, so most times it goes up to 120. Like it's just more bandwidth that I'm not taking up all of it basically. But he was so like hell-bent on selling me this internet. I was like, no, I know what I want. I don't need, in a nice way, or gonna sound like a horrible way, but I don't need you to sell me this on here right now. I don't really know why you are. I think I upset him because he was like, oh, I guess you know what you're after, so you can sort it out. I'm like, okay, cool. Do I actually want any of these? I didn't know. Maybe cosmetically. But yeah, the thing is, I don't really, as I said, keep up enough with... I'm going to put that as Lawmaster because I think Vemagrim can use that. But I don't really keep up with a lot of the news, and it's kind of a problem, as I said. But I haven't really heard. The last I heard was obviously there was some game that Daybreak cancelled or something, and then they were gonna put the split the money and put it between different games they do, and one of them was Lotro. But like I don't really know where that, like, that's the last I heard. And from what I can tell, because again, if anything were to happen, it would probably be on a Court of the Ring stream, and I never really get a chance to like tune into those because it's Fridays and I generally work Friday nights, like during the entire duration. And then like tomorrow, for example, I'm streaming like after, so I'm not going to just be able to get a chance to watch it from there. But from whenever it's been like brought up, it's either been ignored, I think, or like, oh, we can't say anything because we don't want to, like, I don't know what I can or can't say. It's kind of that kind of a thought process behind it. But at the same time, it is a topic that comes up a lot, so it would be good to kind of clear the air, in my opinion, rather than almost leading people on in a sense. Which I'm sure isn't necessarily their intention. It's like the whole the console port thing that was around for a while. I'm like, that's not really gonna happen, is it? Yeah, I think that's kind of like as far as it goes. But the problem is when they don't elaborate, people like speculation goes around because people will just be, you know, what's going to happen is they'll say like graphics update, right? Which is rather vague. Someone will say that, or like on a stream, just without too much context, or just, you know, sometime in world chat. And then someone will read that as like, oh, 2022, like 4K graphics update, etc., etc. And then it kind of, but then without them reiterating it and be like, right, this is actually what's going to happen. Is like, it kind of gets out of, it like snowballs, right? I mean, that would be nice. I've never really been like problematic with the look of the game. I don't think the game looks bad. I even saw someone in World Chat yesterday being like, wow, it's been a while since I played, but like I've never remember the game looking this good. Like, I still think it holds up and it looks good. I think graphics wise it's fine. It's more, I think it's more engine issues more than anything. Yeah, like I'd rather they work on the performance rather than the looks. Because if I'm facing like an enemy like this and I'm lagging a lot, then it makes it a little bit difficult to kind of do anything. Like, I have no clue what's going on right now and I'm gonna die because of it. Like, that entire last maybe 30 seconds was like a blur. Like, actually a blur, because I think just the screen went really weird with red, but I also kind of don't know what happened. Also, I'm still in combat, apparently. Why? Why is it always one of you? Also, my interrupt didn't work, and I'm a little bit upset about that. Thank you. Yeah, like, maybe I'm cynical for saying this, but there's only so many times they can sort of say, we're trying to fix the lag without too much result. Like, there's no tangible, real difference you can tell a lot of the time. There's only so many times I can say that before I'm like, are you though? Like, I want to believe, but... And again, I'm also not saying this as like someone who doesn't play the game, you know? Still play it, but maybe I'm complicit.
So you
I don't
were
know.
able to defeat Paz and Zerm. I did not expect so much from one so small.
He's
Maybe
always
you
saying
are
I'm
the
small,
ones
alright?
the old
I'm a high
days
elf,
tell
I'm
of.
taller than others.
Come
That's how
with
this
me,
works.
and we shall see.
I think I actually felt like I had more issues with that than I normally do, but I also don't think it super lags out on me half the time. So we'll see. But I'll also say Rift was... Last time we did Rift, we obviously did complete it. And the problem with Rift has never been the actual raid. It's always been the final boss and the fact that it kind of doesn't expect you to have one person. Like... Lotro 2. Maybe. I don't know what, like, I don't know. Would you rather it be Lotro, like, because they can't change the story, right? Really. And I'm sure if they did, there would be pitchforks of many. So it would be the same story. Fundamentally the same content. It would just be, you know, newer engine, newer graphics. At which point, is that better to have that as Lotro 2 or just like Lotro, like, update. Well, you couldn't even just do update 2. We're on update 35, but would it be better to release it as a new game or like as the same game? I don't know. Rift is doable alone. It's just the final boss that's like a bit tricky because you've got to kind of heal and also attack. If you can out damage, so you can actually defeat the boss without going through the. There's like 2 bosses on the final boss. You can actually defeat the Balrog without going through the other guy if you just like purely do damage. But you've also got to heal up the elf, which is doable with certain things. So like Warden can do it because I've got I do have a healing skill, like an AoE healing skill for like fellowships, which they count as being in. So, but I don't know if it's going to be doable with the changes to Warden. I don't know if it'll be affected, but hey, it's something we can like try. I'm only going to give it like 1 attempt or maybe 2 if I get really close to it. I mean, if it has, then we're going to struggle. Conviction should be still the same, right? I'll have to double check it in a second. But if that's gone, then we just can do all of it by the final boss. Conviction. Boost your defenses and heals nearby allies. So, assuming that this is still correct. I mean, we can check when we get there anyway, because they'll be in our fellowship and we can just use it and see if they get healed. If not, it's not the end of the world. We're still able to get like Thread of Fire done and this one done, you know, Eldgang rep and stuff. There's, I think, another quest we can do somewhere. Ooh, we got an infused garnet. I would like an infused adamant, but I'll take it. That looks terrible. And also, yeah, the rep from these guys is also pretty good. I mean, we just did the Threat of Fire. That gave us 700 more. I don't even know where we are with Eldgang. Eldgang. We are ally. We are nearly halfway through to Kindred. So, that's quite nice. Okay, these skills are definitely, I don't know. It's difficult because like I do want to play, but also I'm like, and I know I complain about it a lot, but when I'm getting obvious skill mismatch with my skills on Warden especially, I'm just like, do I want to though? Do I want to be on here still though? It just makes it difficult to play sometimes. Just gotta take all these out though. I'd like a keyboard camera just to prove that I'm actually hitting these keys. New investment. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm trying. I don't want to just like skip. But I don't know if it's obvious on stream or not, but it's not exactly smooth at the moment. So it's giving me a difficult time to want to, you know, enjoy this. Hopefully it's fixed like tomorrow, because I said, right, I want to hopefully join in with some like content tomorrow, some like actual like end game, not end game, but like max level. It is technically end game, right? Oh God, this is so terrible. I want to do some of the Can't Do Them stuff tomorrow, ideally. So it's like this. It's gonna be mighty difficult. Look at my frames just drop. 15 frames per second. It's not even a movie. It's not like I'm even watching The Hobbit. I mean, if it was consistently low FPS, at least I could blame myself. But it's not. Why am I suddenly at 100, you know? A lot of the performance loss that I get is from streaming, because when I'm not streaming, I am actually like 165 FPS, like pretty consistent. That's only because I have VSync on, that it's only that, like, pegged at that. But yeah. It's like, I don't want to get in a fight. I do think Rift is maybe also not the greatest place, because they like to add a lot of dread effects to you, and I do think that actually affects it. It's like I was saying the other day, I have a 2070 Super, right? And, you know, that's more than enough for the game. Like, it's not my GPU holding back the game. But I noticed a good deal on a 3070. And I have been meaning to upgrade for a while, because there's a couple other games that, like, I do play off stream and stuff that, you know, would benefit from it. But I'm like, I don't know, is it worth... It's £400 for this 3070. And yeah, it's obviously like second hand or whatever, but I'm like, it would be nice, but I don't really need it. Like, I want to get it, but it won't benefit Lotro, and that's like a big motivating factor. I think if I would actually see a benefit from Lotro, I'd actually be like, get it so much more likely.
You have interfered for the last time. I will be certain you go.
Yeah, well, the thing is, it's still like a single core, isn't it? That's why I was like, do I want to go? I was like, when I upgrade, I was like, maybe I'll go AMD, like go Ryzen or whatever. Yeah, it only uses one core, so I'm like, oh, I would go with that, because like it would help with rendering and stuff like quite a lot. It actually benefits me quite a lot, like more threads and clock speeds and stuff. So I'm like, oh, be a good idea. But then, in theory, Lotro's performance will suffer, because Intel a lot of the time, I don't know how true this is in newer generations, has better single core performance. So I'm like, do I then stick with Intel because specifically this game is just very single core dependent? Did I get anything good? Like, good looking? That looks terrible. To be fair, anything from this era of the game, no offense to anybody who likes it, but all the armors look terrible in my opinion. Like, actual armor looks bad. Cosmetics, there's a few good ones. But definitely wasn't their strong suit with random drops. They're not even random drops. They actually have names. Nightingale shirt, for example. But in my opinion, they're like terrible looking. Like, it's not good. The cloaks. Sometimes the cloaks, but then sometimes they just go for the default cloak, and it's like, oh, well, that's sad. Yeah, obviously a lot of the time, any upgrades I potentially think about making are stream related, like, or Lotro related, I guess. Obviously getting a newer GPU or CPU might help with the streaming aspect, so there is at least that for me. But as long as Lotro ends up being like the main game I play, then it's always going to have some sort of bearing over that. Oh my god, it's terrible. How am I going to take Dalglac over this? I mean, I can kill them, it's just problematic. I actually wonder, right, if I turn post-processing off, is it going to be... I've never seen it go orange. Okay. I'm definitely still getting lag, but I'm... So the post-processing effect is what does the whole dread thing. I can get a jeweled bell. This is like one of the reasons I'm here. Oh, I've already got one. So for those that don't know, I've got like a little thing that I want to go, and I want to get as many like gold items as I can. So having the jeweled bell is actually quite nice. I already have it, but I want to get like the whip as well and the other stuff. Unfortunately, they are bound on acquire, and also this is like a weekly thing, so it's not like a thing I can get consistently. Unfortunately, we got a duplicate, but even though it's not useful to me, it's fine. What is all right. I think the problem I'm having is there's a couple like traceries that changed. That's quite nice because they're a bit more like overall. There's a couple things I don't like, which is Never Surrender has now got a duration rather than just being until it gets used, which I get. I understand why it's happened. Not a huge fan though, because I used to like just chuck it on, and at least that way I would know I've got it. Now I have to be a bit more paying attention. Quite frankly though, the way of the fist is like the main thing, right? And or the way of the spear, fist, shield, etc. I'm just not going to use it. I just have a feeling that I'm never going to... It's never going to be irrelevant in standard landscape content. I only think it's going to be relevant if I'm doing raiding. Which we will do, like, at some point. But it's going to be a thing where it's not going to be useful to me until, like, 140. Or whatever the max level is when we get to that point. But I can't also fully... can't fully evaluate it because right now lag is very prevalent. So it makes it a bit difficult to properly get a handle of this.
You have led the orcs to us.
Oh, I don't even want to fight you. I'm sorry. I forgot. Please forgive me. I'm not actually supposed to kill you. I'm sorry. Get away from me. To be fair, you can attack him, right? And he just goes down to 1 morale, so... Okay. 1, 2. I feel like I'm playing this on a toaster. I should actually play on the Lotro machine, and then this would probably be stronger. Well, that's the discussion we were having earlier, right? I was saying I would rather... There's always this talk about more...
Perhaps you
like,
are not the enemy, he
graphics
says.
updates or whatever, you know. I'd rather spend money on making the game actually perform decently well. There is no reason I should be getting... I don't know if it's coming across on stream, but the drops in FPS, like, I'm most of the time under 30 at this point. And that's like not fun, especially with Warden. It just makes me feel like I don't want to play Warden. But also, I haven't played Warden for a while, and I don't want to just abandon it again. Also, I'm totally gonna die. If I die because of lag, though, I'm gonna be a very like. If I die because I can't get my skills off.
You cannot defeat him alone. Only the hottest flames will destroy him.
Okay, I just need some health real quick. Because, like... Just... I can't stand it. I don't even know who I'm attacking right now. I try and be positive about this game. Sometimes it's not worth it, though. What's the point? I've got to restart from the beginning. Right. I'm not even going to bother, quite frankly. I am just a little bit disappointed. I know for a fact we're capable of doing that content, but I'm not putting myself through that multiple times. See, the moment I get out, I'm at 100 plus FPS, you know, that we're all good. But like, and again, if I'm not streaming and I'm not recording the stream as well, like FPS is high. But there's no reason for me in that situation to be, especially in raids. Raids is where you need to, like, be performing the best because there's kind of higher stakes. And it just makes it really difficult. If I'm just going to lag every time I go into a fight, then, yeah, it's just a sad old time. You think it would also be better in an instanced area because, yeah, I know it's a big area, but you kind of just don't have to load anything else. But yeah, there was money coming from whatever DC Marvel superhero game that was cancelled or whatever. And yeah, I just don't know. I just feel like I haven't seen.
I'm afraid of what is happening to these lands.
I haven't seen that money be put to use, it feels like. And I understand, I'm not like, oh, they instantly got money, next week it's going to be perfect. I'm not that sort of person, but like, it's been a while now. Like, May 2022. You know? OVE, thank you for the resub. Much appreciated. Right, we got to decide what we want to do now, because I'm not going back to Rift. Rift is going to make me cry many a tear. And I kind of feel like I don't want to just, like, jump on a different character. But I also might. Like, today I said I was going to go on Warden. And originally the plan was, when I originally wrote the schedule, I was like, I'm going to go to 100 today. Or I'm going to uncap our level and we're going to go to 100. However, I did want to finish that Slayer off. But I also don't want to do that right this second. Because I don't want to just sit there attacking Cravens for like 2 hours, quite frankly. I want to like do something. But really, all there is at like 95 is epic battles. And same with 100. 100 is epic battles as well. And also, we're going to have to get more stars of merit. We currently have 65 to our name. And we are going to need, like, I can't even remember how many. It's like 600 a piece. There's like 21,000 or something we need. I actually can't remember. It's ridiculous. Like, if we go here,
What news?
750 a piece for these, and we're looking at like 1 2 3 4 5 well 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 pieces at 750. 7 times 750. I know it's not exact, but well, oh, okay, so not 21,000. Okay, I was thinking of something else. 5,250. It's still quite a lot, but that's just for this. And then if we do a tanking set, which is unlikely at 100, there is also that. Though, that said, oh, can't remember all my hotkeys. Morgul crests. 5. We have 5 of them. There's not really any way of getting them except from roving threats at the minute. So one thing I might do, I want to do a little investigation. Where's, like, the closest roving threat? Estildin, I think, has the closest roving threats. And they're not... Well, I was going to say they're the lowest level, but they're, like, the lowest area level. I don't want to gauge morale because, again, there's only 5 levels in between us and 100. And at 100 is where we're going to try our best to take on roving threats. And yeah, I just don't know if we're going to be able to do it. One thing I do want to do is, because I'm just interested in the idea. Where was it? Okay, no idea. I was going to look up the stat cap calculator. I had it favorited, but I don't know where it is. I can't find the favorite, so it's fine. I just want to see if we're at 100, where do our stats stack up? So we're going to go Bjorning. No, we're not going to go Bjorning. We're going to change Bjorning to a Warden. I just want to see, because right now we're overcapped. But are we overcapped for level 100? I guess is the question. So 49769 6117, because that will also tell us like what to focus on, because like if we're already overcapped on like physical mastery now, then yeah, we need to focus more on like morale. That makes sense, right? But 3372 3514. Parry's quite high. Oh, I should get off my horse though, right? That changes a couple of things. Yeah, I forgot about that. So 31923 on our crit. So it slightly lowers it. And same for our physical mastery, we get slightly lowered. I actually can't remember what like changes. Tactical mastery is lowered. Resistance is the same. Crit defense is higher, which is an interesting thing. Then we got 1, 3, 2, 2, 9, and then we're looking at 20, 0, 4, 0, and then scroll down a tad, and 34, 5, 1, 7, and 81, 8, 4. Evening, how we doing? Okay, so looking at it, if we were to, as our gear currently stands, level up to level 100, right? Let's actually bring it on screen, because why not? This works. Cool. So these are our current stats for Feyrand as it stands. So Warden, and if we go to 95, we'll see that we're over by 4,000. We're over by 10,000 on our physical mastery. So we can definitely reel that back in a bit. And our mitigations are also over 50. So if I scroll back down, our mitigations should be capped at 50% right now. So if we then use that and go to 100, we're still overcapped on crit by nearly 2,000. We're overcapped on physical mastery by 6,500. So that's only, what, 3,500 we like need to increase by. And then we're still also up on our physical mitigations up to 50%. Physical mitigation is probably always going to be like that because of armor. So that's generally just our armor value, right? At least for physical. It just means we can definitely lower some of this. Finesse is something we probably need to work on a bit, but that's only up to 50. If we want to get up to 30, like, it's not actually that far off. We can definitely do that. I think 30 is generally a good target for our finesse. I think 50 is a bit over the top and not really expected. And same for like devastate and our magnitude, like having those up to 10%. I mean, 6.9% is not bad, and that's a pretty decent, like, it's double to go up 3% basically. I don't think that's worth it, like, value wise, because that must have a very steep curve. So, but yeah, I think that just shows that we're going to be fine at 100. Basically, what I was trying to prove is that if we take on a roving threat potentially now, there is a chance we can actually beat it. And I'm just curious if that's the case, right? Or more specifically, if we can't beat a roving threat now, I think it's possible that we can't later. Also, should we take the risk? Let's put post-processing back on, since we're not getting bombarded with dread effects every 5 seconds of our life. Okay, if I'm lucky, there should be a dragon somewhere around here, or a drake, I should say. If not, I have to go find his other spawn, which is, like, over here somewhere. But also with roving threats, it's not necessarily just a pure, like, morale situation. A lot of it ends up being, like, poison and stuff. There's one in Angmar, for example, that will reflect any physical damage or, like, melee damage back at you. So if we're going to go take that on, definitely going to go into assailment. Yeah, it's quite nice. I think it's up to date as far as I'm aware, though. But it's quite nice if you know, because it tells you the targets and it can tell you, like, you know, how far you're off. So for someone like me that likes to compare gear a lot, I can be like, oh, well, I need this much more physical mastery to get up there. So that's like 2 essences, and then the rest I can focus on to vitality, because my finesse is at this point. I think it's easier seeing it all in one thing rather than being like, okay, let me hover over this and try and find out, like, which stat I'm looking for, you know? Okay, why did I choose Estelin? I should totally just choose Angmar, right? I feel like that was a better choice. Let's go there. May as well use some of this travel skill situation, considering, you know, while there's no festival going on, I can't really do much. When does the festival start? Is it the 18th? Why do I want to say it's the 18th? 20th. Okay, so I was a little bit out, but that's not the end of the world. I always get disorientated when I use this skill. It's so weird. And there's also double XP for the first 5 days. That's kind of nice. So what's on the 18th? I think I might know. It's either 18th or 12th what I'm thinking of. I need to go... Is that... No. Okay. Oh, it's my account at standingstonegames.com. Okay. I just put account at account.standingstonegames. Ah, interesting. Okay. What day is the 18th? I haven't planned anything for this. 18th is a Tuesday. Now the question is, do I have that Tuesday off? Because there is a chance I now have Tuesdays off. Didn't always have Tuesdays off. In fact, I always used to have to work Tuesdays. However, as of late, because I have to now... Angmar does this as well. You'll notice everything like bunches up into the top left as well. At least that one was in the top left. Because on the 18th, which is a Wednesday, which I'm not working. I'm also not working the Monday. Okay, that's good. Is my 11-year anniversary of playing Lotro. So, I would like to try and do something special on that day if I can. I think that would be a nice little extra addition. Because if I were to do like... I could in theory do a 24-hour stream. Because I just do 12 hours on Monday and then 12 hours on Tuesday. And then it's actually just two 12-hour streams. But they just cross over into each other. But I don't know if I'll do a 24-hour. 24 hours is difficult. Also, it's a bit difficult it being a... Wait, no. Actually, it's not a Wednesday. It's a Tuesday, which means it is actually doable. Okay, you have 1.2 million morale, my friend. You are also a red enemy, which means it's likely that I will not be able to hit you. Let us at least try and see if you are fightable. The answer is no, because lag. Also, I totally tried to use an interrupt on you, and it just didn't work. At least be like you were in, you know, scared of it, so you didn't hit it. Like, I don't know. I just want to see my hits connect. Okay, we died, but I did take down 200,000 morale, and he's also a red enemy. So, I do think if he's on level with us, and the server isn't dying, there's a chance. Not on all of them. But there is definitely a chance. If it really comes to it and we have to do it like 105, so we're slightly over, I'm not like gonna be that upset because roving threats aren't supposed to be really solo content on level. Like maybe you could do it like with certain classes or whatever, like Bjorning or whatever. But I don't think it's designed for that. What on earth is that I'm kicking? Oh, my desk is like slightly broken. Yeah, these guys. There's just nothing. There's no point behind these now, though. Like, I can get the vial of ground Athelas, but I can't then use my pocket item And I feel like using the non-experience disabling one might make more sense anyway. Because I just get the same extra stats. And I don't think for 5 levels it's going to be worth... I can get one. It's not like I can't afford it. But is for 5 levels getting an essence and then getting 2 essences and this pocket item going to be like worth doing? Yeah, so it will scale up until level 140. I don't think it's particularly amazing at 140. I haven't really used it because, well, I had better versions anyway. And also I found it easier just to keep this one on so I can swap out when I want to disable experience or not. But yeah, this and the 2 earrings will scale all the way to 140. In fact, actually at 140, the earrings were better than the earrings I got from the end of Gundabad, like from doing certain quests. So I actually did use those for a bit before I then picked up the whatever ones I've got now. Embers ones or whatever they are. So there's a chance, I don't know actually, because like Spear Gambit initial damage is nice to have extra. This one maybe not. I don't think we're gonna have to worry too much about having the XP boost between 95 and 100. So I'm probably not gonna switch out the earrings because I lose those set bonuses. And it's only for 5 levels, so I can literally scrounge like a bunch of enhanced XP supplies from missions. Not enhanced XP supplies, but double XP things, and 5 levels is not going to take us a long time, especially with the amount of content that we actually have to do. We are not going to have those issues. Right. I thought it was worth looking into though. You know, maybe there was something we could do. I'm gonna do Grand Stair. I just want to get some more of these done.
In elder days,
because at least I can get some silver branches from this, and I think I can get this one as well.
But since the ruin
throughout Moria may hold battle plans that will help the heirs prepare for the attack, so that's fun. We can also get this, which gives us Medallions of Moria, which we can then do from Medallions of Lothlorien.
Through his minion, Igor.
Yeah, it's a plus 20% to virtue experience. So that's another thing, is obviously with our Shadowfax Hunter, like what I'll do is I will probably I'll get to 130 at the very least, and very easily get to 140 before the server reset or server like transfers or whatever and shuts down. So I'm probably gonna do a big old virtue rush at some point. I mean, yeah. That would be worth doing. You'll have to use the virtue experience, so you can't trade it over. But yeah, I'd say, considering there's a sale on, it's not the worst idea. Just looking at my account on here is kind of funny, because it says like game version history, and then it says Shadow Zangmar guest, Shadow Zangmar trial, Rise of Isengard, extra character slot. That's not a version. Mines of Moria standard, Siege of Mirkwood, extra character slot. Mordor Collector's Edition, Mordor Ultimate Edition, Riders of Rohan, Helm's Deep, shared storage. Why is, like, I forgot, I thought I was Hunter for a second. Why is Mordor before Rise of Rohan and Helm's Deep? It's not even like it's alphabetical. It's just so weird. Imagine if it showed every single character slot I bought. That would be terrible. Okay, there we are. Defeated orcs and goblins within the dungeons of Moria, and then we also get this one as well. More silver branches, which eventually, the reason we're actually doing this, for those that don't know, is I need to get more silver branches because I need a horse. I don't need a horse. Well, I don't need a horse in general. I just need a horse from Moria, or Lothlorien. It's an absolute pain to actually obtain. And then I bought the discount thing, and it doesn't even give you a discount. It's actually so rude. Also, there's a chance I'll get some infused adamants out of these guys, which could be useful. I think I'm good on repping those guys. I think it's just mission people in Eldgang. Dunedain of Cardolan. Apparently, I haven't done that one, so I should probably do that. That's the Kurum Ubnar, which is missions. That's missions. That's just, I can't remember what I got that from, but we're not there yet. Pelagia, that's Epic Battles, we're not there yet. Dol Amroth, we're not there yet. Taylor's Guild, it's probably not going to happen because Kestor exists. Eldgang and Ale Association I'm the enemy with, and I really need to fix that next time. The festival one. I think they are on during the anniversary. I could be wrong, but the anniversary is when I need to spend a lot of mithril coins. It's going to be fun. Because I need to buy the Windfell's goat. That's the very minimum. The only thing I'm sad about is I was hoping by the time this year's festival came around that we would be high enough level that we can complete everything. But I don't think even at 100 we're going to be able to complete all of this stuff. Like up to year 11, I think it is. Because there is some deed related to that. No, you can't just sneak up on me. What gift do I get this year? I get the Pinwheel Firework. Nice. Yeah, so there is deeds related to it. So for completing the scavenger hunt for each of the 10 years, a journey through Middle-earth, versed in yesteryear, from completing all 10 700 travel quests, trifle quests, tale quests. So you get Wanderer of Middle-earth, Bustling Adventurer, and Devoted to Company. And then complete year 11 quests is Partaker of Elevenses. And then completing all Eriador scavenger hunts and quests is Versed in Yesteryear. So we've done all those ones. Like the Eriador ones that don't require you to be max level. I think it's like level 50 or something is like the level you need to be. Maybe we should try and do that on Shadowfax. I wonder how that'll end up. Okay, at least we've done that. And I can get some strong boxes. Nice. I've never fully understood how this works. I've never worked out how to get through this gate. Because it just doesn't work, right? I don't have permission to use it. Like, surely I should. Why do I have to go all the way back? It's rude. So we got the Beast Drum and this thing, which probably doesn't even look that good. Nope. It's like purple. Burgundy, I should say. And I think this way we good. Does it actually tell you though what scavenger hunt stuff? Does it tell you like minimum level anywhere? No idea. If not, then hopefully by the end of next year we should be fine because, you know. we've got a whole year to go after that. Yeah, you can get the... Because I did it on my alt account originally. Where I Valard a character to help me get some extra stuff done on my main. And then by doing that... I think I just had a Valar somehow, actually, on Anor. I can't remember how. But either way, I Valard and it allowed me to get the frames. Obviously, there's a couple frames that aren't level related. But obviously... being 130, you can very easily go through and do Limelight Gorge without too much issue. So it does definitely work. That was actually a lot of people's sort of go-tos when Anor shut down. Especially because there's no 140 rewards. So you could just get a 130 and then you were done.
Strike now from the
Okay, I'm going to try and do the challenge, which is just don't attack this guy. But then I've got to, like, not do AoE skills.
Looks like I found a break in your armor.
You found a break in my armor? Says who?
Let the darkness crush.
There you go. Cool. Which doesn't really give me much. I don't even know what rewards you can get from this. Like, at least with Rift, I could get Lawmaster stuff. Like, stuff I can transfer to my other characters, right? But I don't know... Because all this stuff should be bound to character, which just makes it objectively a worse value for me. I also really need to clear up my inventory full of my old reward track stuff. Wait, do I really just only get one item from each of these? This is very sad. Cloak of the Stronghold, Igash's Trinket. It's at least something. Insidious Cuff. Again, all bound to character. Razor Helm. That... I mean, I get it. I was going to make some joke about how it's not green and doesn't have RGB, but you know. What is this? Feet. Boots. I don't like them. And then we also have Cloak of the Stronghold, which just... It being teal makes me think, hey, it might be decent. Like, looking, but it kind of isn't. It kind of looks bad, in my opinion. Maybe I'm just really difficult to please. Do you think we can kill... No, I don't think we could. I think we've tried that already. I was just wondering if we could kill Vilemore. But I think just with the lack of having a dedicated healer is the problem because of the poison damage. I think that's the issue. That's really bad popping. Am I wrong? Is that like bad? Like, that's really bad. I wouldn't mind if they faded in from like here. But right here feels a little bit like over the top. For that to be the moment they choose to show up. Currency exchange. Oh, right. That makes sense.
How may I help you?
Also, I want to check if there's level 100. No, there's not. I think 85 is like the last time there's stuff there. It's so sad.
What can I do?
I don't even know why I'm over here. I just kind of... I thought I was going to look something up, but then I just realized there's nothing at Skirmish Camp for me at 95 or 100 or anything like that. Like, it just doesn't work. Right. I'm going to go just finish this one. I feel like that's what I should do, is just try and finish a load of my old... not necessarily old quests, but quests I've had sat here for a little while. Either get rid of them or do them. Like, why do I still have this? Presumably from when I originally picked it up. Once again, I will say it. I've said it before. I'll say it again. That is the best value for Mithril I have ever had, is buying that travel skill. Right. Did I pick up any? Sealed Trace Re-Legendary, Sealed Trace Re-Legendary. Thing is, there's no point in me not using that. Well, there's no point in me holding on to them at the minute, is I guess what I'm saying. Oh, no point in me using them at the minute. Nora Strawley, were you part of the thing?
How can I be of service?
You're the famous warden who helped the Outrageers. They've sent a package for you. Here you are. I can be all fancy and regal. Can I change the color of it? I think red. I feel like red is a very fitting color for it, and it's very like Yule time festival-y. I also just realized I'm trying to clear my inventory. I've just filled it up by another one, I think. Again, those 2 items. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. It's fine. Yeah, let's go do the Lothlorien preparations as well. Give that in. I need to clear so many pages. I've got so many wiki pages up. It's terrible. There.
What business have you with the Lord and Lady?
What brings you to look?
And let's find a reminder of how far away I am. It's gonna be Syed. First, I have to remember where they are. I'm pretty sure they have to be up here. But I always have trouble finding this ladder that I just found. Because I was really thinking about it. It's the only reason. Then we go this way, and then there's another ladder up there. Also, I guess we can have a look at you. How much do you... So Medallions of Lothlorien. So I can't use those yet until I'm 100. But these are 41k, these are 85k. So I feel like these are better value because we're getting an extra 3,000 out of it. We just got to be level 100. But then do I just... I don't know. Thing is, I can use those at 100 and get the best value out of it, and that's fine. And these are 85 or whatever. But I don't think it's worth me holding onto a 120 because, like, it's not even as good. I actually think these are the best value. Anyway, let's do that. At least we can pick up one, I guess. I should be doing those daily, like, halls of crafting and stuff to try and get as many of those as I can, because then I can actually, like, trade them in and I actually get something out of it. Who trades me? You. Prized Galadrim Steed. 32 out of 50 on the white, silver branches, and 11 out of 30 on the gold leaves. And again, I think you can trade leaves. Someone can trade leaves.
Be wary, traveler. Orcs are coming down from the
something
mountains. Servants of the
someone can trade
enemy cannot
leaves
pass
for...
the bounds of Lorien. What business have
Who
you with
is
the
it?
Lord and Lady?
Who can trade...
May the stars of Elbereth shine upon you.
The shadow deepens beyond our borders.
Here it is. You're the one that can do it. So you can do, like... I can get 2 more leaves out of that. But actually, I get 4 more leaves, because I actually get 2 more, I think, because they're a barter item. Or a landscape item. So I actually get 4 out of that. So it is better for me to sort of do that, I guess. But I've got to wait until I actually have the correct amount of stuff. Is there a quest over there? What's your quest? Oh, I think it's some sort of crafting quest. Let's not worry about that. So I have the Battle for Lorien, and I also have this one.
I do not understand what the Lord and Lady wait for.
And then we check. What's occurring? So Lothlorien preparations, running interference. So again, Sentinel's challenge can give us stuff. That gives us 3, 4, 6, 7 of them. So like, we can get quite close.
The orcs of Moria have come down from the mountains, and as they launch their attack on Lothlorien, elf and elf-friend alike must stand against them, or perish.
Okay.
Be wary, traveler. Orcs have come down from the mountains.
Defend the eastern path.
Orcs of
Defend the
Moria
northern
stir,
path.
and
Just
shadows
do
creep
the
up
western.
From the depths.
What
Okay.
brings you to Lothlorien?
We've kind of got this down to a science now.
Tired of waiting for the
It's going to take 45 minutes. But not actually. We're going to be a lot quicker than that. As long as we pay attention to where, potentially enemies are. But Sentinel's challenge to prevent Balvagor from receiving any serious damage and still win the battle. So, he's going to the middle, which is this one, I think. So they're immediately going eastern path. If it was just make sure he doesn't take damage, it wouldn't be so bad, but... Wait, eastern is that way? I'm dumb. How can I still mix up... I can't get on my horse because thing. How can I still mix up east and west? Like, seriously. How? Hopefully they don't die because of my stupid little mistake. I should totally... Not that it would really help. I guess it kind of would, but I was like, I should just log into 4 accounts and then have one of them just sit at each place. I like that I can just do 1, 2, and that's kind of a nice, quick thing. I can also shift... Alt 3. Why has it got to be Alt? I'm so much more less likely to use it if it's Alt. I guess it's my fault. So that's an encampment, but I think the actual encampment bits are the ones that actually have the things in it. So luckily it's not like we've got to kill certain enemies before certain times with these ones. Right, it's just literally, hey, make sure that they don't die. It's not even don't die, it's don't take serious damage. Which I think is just don't die. Just like slightly further up. I don't think that guy attacks. I think he just kind of sits on the battlefield and you just kind of live with it. Orc encampment up here. Has to have an idol. It does. Okay. Oh, you've not dead yet. Thank you. I think I've done spear enough. Cool, done. Sorted. Let's pick up another one. And I didn't see anything about anywhere being attacked. So we're good still on that front. So I think going to the furthest one back is both good to do now, but slightly detrimental if we have an attack, because like I've got to go make my way back. But fingers crossed, we kind of are fine. Okay, the guy's appeared on the thing, but that's fine. Doesn't actually mean he's attacking. Cool, and I think... Oh, it's actually just already vulnerable. I didn't see. I wonder if I put a damage over time on it and leave. If it, like... How that works, you know? Let's just make sure in the chat there's nothing. Yeah, it's the Eastern Path. I knew it. I knew it would happen. Okay, so there's this guy. We don't really care about him, though. We want to get to the Eastern Path as quick as possible. Unfortunately, we're quite far away. But as long as we remember what East and West are, I think we're good. That was a very delayed sound. I never even question it anymore. Like, when it's delayed sound, I'm just like, it's fine. It's whatever. That, however, was not a delayed sound. Normally it is, though. Hopefully we can just get in there in time. We're only 5 minutes in, though, so that's not bad, considering I, like, wasted quite a bit of time at the beginning. Don't waste it. That's sad. Okay, I think as long as the... Wait, I don't know if the... I don't know if Conviction will help these guys. They do have a healer, though, so... We can hope that the healer heals them, and actually we can just not have to worry about them. Cool. I'm going to go around this way, actually. Seems a little safer. I don't know if those orc encampments still, like, get counted. I'll go do this one, and then it's just the middle one left, and at least we're as close as possible to literally everything. And yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's possible today to get it, but I think I can get all the gold things. Thank you for T-posing. I feel very imposed on. Yeah, I think it's possible we can get all the gold things if I trade up, and then it's just silver branches. The problem with the silver branches is it's still quite a lot of them. Okay, just making sure I don't see anything in chat. Cool. An orc encampment has been claimed by the Free Peoples. It has not said anywhere is being attacked. So far, they've lined up kind of directly next to the thing. Where is this idol going to be then? Is it actually back here and I've got to loop around? Is that what's happening? Carefree is still at 75. I was going to join on to Carefree, but they were just at 75 for like over a year. And I like taking it slow, but at the same time, like, I don't know, I get fidgety. Unless I join with a different account. There was a plan originally. Like Kotal, who is my runekeeper, I was actually going to join into like a leveling kinship and try and do some stuff there. Just get more used to group stuff. $75 is a good area. I do enjoy 75 though, so I wouldn't be too mad about doing it. But I want to enjoy my my current level 50 period of time for a bit. Ideally. Right. This will be our final part, and then this quest is done. I actually don't know if there's anything else that gives us gold ones. These are just regular quests. They don't actually give us anything. Perfect. Pick up supplies. Nope. Running in, interference. And then this one. Show that to know. And you didn't take too much serious damage. In fact, I don't think you took any damage because only the Eastern Gate got attacked, which is a little unfair, but also I'm kind of glad because it meant I don't have that weird... I don't have a potential like, oh, well, he took 1 damage is too much damage. He took 1 damage and, you know, that's a bad thing. Which it is a bad thing, I guess, but you know what I mean. It's weird.
What brings you to Lothlorien?
May the stars
Is
of
85
Elbereth
now?
shine upon
Well, there's a
you.
thing in World Chat just now that said current cap at level 75.
Welcome to Lothlorien.
I don't really like 85 though as well, so it's like, eh.
What news from abroad?
Welcome to the Golden Warden.
I mean, their website still says 75. But yeah, I thought it would be nice, even if it's not on Feyrand. Like, I was thinking about it, if there was a server, if there was one that was like 95 now or going to 100 in a minute, I would like possibly do it. I'd obviously have to leave my own kinship, but that's why I think doing it on an alt is fine. Like, I don't want to fill my alts, like the server list with my alts basically, or the kinship list. So I'd like be okay joining a different one. But also I worry about, and this is a weird thing to worry about because it's not actually that big a deal, but I would worry about kind of availability for me. But the idea is I think you have to kind of say you're going to do something like a week ahead, which hopefully would mean that I am able to do it, even if it's not on stream. I should check if that chat's still there. Just like inspect. Are you level? No, you're level 60. Okay, damn it. I was like, what if you're level 76? Then what? Gotta make our way all the way back to where we just were. I was like, oh, maybe if we were a hunter, this would be well quick. No, it's probably not. Because you probably can't, you know, actually travel with your thing. Oh, interesting. So they actually have a different website then. So the website I was looking at said 75, but then they had a link to a different website that says 85. Interesting. But then in chat they say 75. I'm so confused. Anyway. Also, I think at the time we were using the Osgiliath gear, which is like not allowed. So, oops. Oopsie daisy. I mean, it is cheating, pretty much. I'm not gonna try and pretend it isn't. Whoop, whoop. Maybe I could actually be a healer. Be great. I get so panicky as a healer. I can guarantee, like, without any uncertainty. I'd be like, oh my god, it's too much. I don't know what's going on. I still want to though. I want to be useful. You know, anyone can be a DPS. Anyone can hit an enemy hard with a hunter. I want to be a bit more versatile. This takes so long to get to. So what are we up to now? 18 golden leaves. Did I say 20 was what we needed, or 24? I can't actually remember off the top of my head. I guess we could go find out. But
What news from abroad?
there we are. That's 4 more. So I should probably look at Lothlorien. Silver Branch is 36, which is again not quite where we need to be. I think we needed 50, right? But that's also something we can work on. You know, just generally through content, whereas the golden leaves are a little bit harder to obtain, and is more likely that battle for Lothlorien or battle for Lorien, which I do still need to finish. So if I actually go to the beginning of here, in Defense of Lorien, we have to do that one more time to get in Defense of Lorien 3, and there are 5 of those, so we have to do it a total of 10 times. I think it's a total of 10 times. Or is it 10 times after the fact? I think it's 10 times after. So do I have to do it 5 times and then I've got to do it 7 times more, or is it 2 times more? I think it's 7 times more. That's a grind. And then also, I haven't done all the quests yet. I need to do 12 more quests, and I'm really bad at doing them. I should just do it because, you know, looking at that, it gives me 20 thingies, which should then give me 22, which, you know, would like fix my whole issue. So maybe I should just focus on doing that for the minute. That actually could be an idea. Why am I going up here? There was a ladder specifically made to skip that whole thing.
Servants of the enemy cannot
Anyway,
pass the bounds of Lorien.
Like physically they can't, or just like you won't let them?
The ease of the Golden Wood.
You can't just say they can't.
Welcome to the Golden
I'm pretty sure
Wood.
I've seen enemies
What brings you to Lothlorien?
around here. Wait, where?
What business have
I'm
you
so
with a
confused.
lord and lady?
It was you. It wasn't
May
you.
the
It was
stars
you.
of Elbereth shine upon you.
It was you.
The age of the elves.
Okay, so again, we can trade that for 2, or we can trade
Welcome
those
to
for 6.
the
And then
Lorien.
this is 30. 30. The thing is, if I do this and I get the quests, like I will have enough. It's quite far away though. I don't wanna do that. It's a bit of a hassle. But I also understand that, like, yeah, I probably just should do it and stop whining. Can I go to Karen Amroth, or however you say it? I actually don't know. Oh. What just came out? Anyway,
Friend and well met.
that's a bit annoying. Okay. I'm using this travel skill way too much, but also it doesn't have a cooldown, so at least we're good there. I really want to just try and get up to here. Even if I have to go to there. Wait, what's your quest? Sentinel's
Welcome to
challenge?
Lorien. May I have a word with you?
Wait, can I do both at the same time? I mean, I'll pick it up. That way I've got it at least. But obviously we can't do it yet. Let's see if this stable master lets us travel. Hopefully swift travel.
make of Annen?
Okay. Cool, that's at least getting us a little closer. And how on earth do I get over there? Oh no. I just feel like in a chill area, you know? Not too much stress. Just relaxing. Chilling out. And it gives us time to think. Because, as I was saying, if I'm going to make a new completionist, what do I want to be? Where do I... What... I already have my brawler and my runekeeper, my 3 runekeepers now. I don't want to do another hunter. It'd be easy. But I don't want to do a 3rd hunter. 4th hunter? I'm on my 4th. Technically, I'm on my, like, 7th hunter. It's a problem. Are you a thing I've got to kill? Yeah. I don't think I could handle another warden. I think I'd, I have a feeling I'd give up rather quickly. Not gonna lie. Maybe champion. I could do a champion again. I wish I could have more character slots. I make 1 of each. Join them all. So I think this is just exactly where we went to for the other stuff. It's just the for the quest. It just doesn't count for certain things. So it's defeat orc smiths and destroy weapon stores. I haven't found any of those yet. So I guess we got to just like focus on either killing every enemy we come across or just specifically looking out for smiths, which I do think seemingly have a different model. Because I was able to... No, they don't. I just was lucky, I think. Okay, we scouted an area. We good in that department. Wait, was I actually just done with that one? Oh, right. There was like a big area, and then we got these 3 little zones that I didn't actually know about. Okay, so I'm guessing then the stores are like up here. They've got to be. At the very least, we'll find out when we kill another smith. Close enough. It wasn't quite that, but yeah, close enough. And obviously with being over-leveled, content is rather easy. Because I can just run on through, not have to worry about enemies. Still don't know what I'm trying to destroy. Weapon store? There we are. Target the crowd. Interesting. Is there a cave in here? Or is it just like, it looks like they're defending a cave or something. Like, more of them are gonna appear out of this area. You better be scared of us. That kind of thing. Okay, and final one. Okie dokes. And then, can I change the color of this one? I feel like it's very awkward to see where I'm going. I can vaguely see it. I don't know if anyone can see it on stream because it's going to be really small and also, you know, compression and all that, but I was trying to know what color to choose. I mean white. White is technically the better choice, even though it's not really white. It's kind of bluish. It's just a very light blue. I was need to check on this character. Do I have all my tracery tokens? No, I don't. I've somehow had my like my level 50 teal tracery tokens just go missing. I don't know where they are. It's not like the end of the world, but it's just weird that they're not there. I have all my other ones, like my Rohan ones and stuff, but just not my Moria ones. Okay. Head on over here. That should complete these two, and that puts us up to 30. I just don't know where we're going to find... I don't know if we're going to find 10 other. Obviously, they exist. I'm just like, I don't know where quests are. Like, what counts towards the deed, I guess. So I'm pretty sure all these up here don't. I think it's only, like, elven quests. Haldir has some, apparently.
Be wary, traveler.
This
Orcs
is at
have
least
come down from the
3,
mountains.
right? And then that's a
Will you aid the
repeatable.
Galadrim?
The shadow deepens beyond our borders.
Aid Rangon. Wait, there's more over here? Okay, so at least we have that as a repeatable now. And then his one isn't repeatable, like the scouting. That makes sense. Because, like, you don't just want to scout it again. But I'm guessing this guy maybe has a quest related to that enemy we found just now. That named guy. Hello.
Will you aid the Galadrim? Tarry a moment and speak with me.
Okay, so I have a skirmish.
What business have you with the Lord and Lady? Tarry a moment and speak with me.
Oh, it's not actually a skirmish. It's kill 30 enemies really quickly. Oh wait, it's not even that one. It's I have to actually kind of stand here. Are they going to the other place as well? They are. Okay. So just kind of run between here then. Only issue I might have is having multiple locations I need to be in. Could be a slight problem. Especially because I can't see how the other guys are doing. There's obviously quite a lot coming through here though. Hopefully it's just a case of they get refilled with the enemies that get killed. It looks to be that way. So if it's just like, yeah, we refill with whatever, then maybe we're good. I didn't mean to do that, but okay, I'll take it. Okay, how many more do we need? Just one more kill. Are they going to disappear after, or what? I think they just stop aggroing. Also, I noticed one of those quests did not count as a quest on here. That's slightly odd. Hello, I've completed your skirmish.
From abroad.
And
The
then
Galathreme
there's
will
that.
need your aid.
Nobody else up here actually has anything relevant to us. Cool, good to know. And a few more discoveries, which again should be really easy. Callan Fanuid Hall. Determining their strength after each set of raising, burning, and looting. And then there's some repeatables. Running interference, mockery. Burning. Okay, so some other quests open up once we've done determining their strength, which should then lead into us having like enough. Fingers crossed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 quests there. And then we get some other quests there, it seems. I think we should be fine. And then, yeah, although it's like really weird and we're doing really unlevel content, not only does that finish this deed, which has been ages in the making, like comparatively, if we go here, let's have a look, like Flet Runner, for example, we did, that's got to be the 3rd of February, 2022. 3rd of February, 20. So over a year ago, I had done all of that. And 2021 for Orc Slayer for a lot of this stuff. So like 18th of August 2021, I did Lorien Lookout, City of the Lord and Lady, like that stuff. Like we are approaching nearly 2 years since I actually got to this content that I haven't done it, which is kind of sad as to why I haven't done it yet. That's kind of but also the reason I haven't done it is a lot of the time because it doesn't give virtue experience. Virtue experience is like one of the most important things from a deed from us. If it doesn't give virtue experience, it kind of takes away some of its value. There's stuff still like well, I've done from exploration from top to bottom now, but I hated it. Odiferous on this one, which I just haven't got around to doing 10 times in a row. Like, but again, it's just 10 lottery points and a title. And the title I'm not going to use, most likely, but I do need to get. And the lottery points is fine, but it doesn't give me virtue experience. So it's not as huge a problem. Obviously, I do need to still do Trophy Hunter of Cardlin. But I just don't like doing that deed. That deed is just very awkward. Trying to find specific enemies, unless I bring my alt account's Hunter with me and do tracking, is just not... Nah. I'm good. Okay, that's done.
Servants of the enemy
And
cannot
then I need
cross
to
the
go back
bound
to the
Lorien.
other person. So those don't count. The rapper ones don't count, it seems. Which is very weird, because normally they do. But this one should count. Probably should have done consistent harassment when I was there, to be honest. Because I had an excuse to be in that spot. There's no reason I shouldn't have done it. It's very odd. Also, very odd that it chose to go in that direction. Hi, how you doing?
What news from abroad?
Let's go to the morale pot that I don't need. And now these guys open more quests.
Will
So
you aid the Galathreme?
raising,
The Lord and Lady
raising.
have need of your services.
Who else has quests? You have quests. Burning.
Lidless eye turns upon
And then
Lord
burning.
Lorien, but he cannot yet see us. Troubles
And
lie
then
on
person
all
down here.
borders of Lord Lorien. Will you aid us?
Has looting
Tarry a
and
moment
looting. So
speak
that's
with
6 quests.
me. Will you aid the Galadhreme?
Plus, it's very likely that I will end up killing, like, Oh, it's kind of annoying that they all loop over each other. It's very high chance I will end up killing like smiths and stuff, and I can go do the other quest as well. So that puts us up to 36, 37. And then when those are done, it says on here, I also have a bunch of quests here. Actually, have I got enough quest slots? Yes.
The Lord and Lady have
So doing
need
all
your
these,
services.
assuming
What news from abroad?
that
The Gala will need your aid.
assuming that these actually count, which I don't see a reason why they shouldn't, then we're good. Also, are they giving me...
Gala 3 will
No,
need your aid.
they're not giving me
The Lord and Lady have need of your services.
silver thingies, whatever they're called, silver branches. But hey, it's a lot of quests, and ideally, as I said, they all give us something. Fingers crossed, because I will be a little bit sad. So it says defeat enemies, burn banners, collect crates, and that seems to be just generally what it is. Kill enemies, collect crates, and burn banners. 2 of those we can do, obviously, without dying, or not, without killing stuff. So all you got to do really is run around, kill like 6 enemies, and the rest is super duper easy to do. Really itchy nose. I don't know why. Stolen elven trophies. How could you? Times like this where it is really nice at least having the 10 things on here, but yeah, it's not too bad. I think now that I've done these quests, or now that I'm doing these quests, and assuming they do actually count towards the deed, which I really hope they do, I think it's more likely that I will just go and do these on the characters when they come through here. Obviously, being over-leveled will help, but killing these enemies is not exactly the most difficult thing. Anyway. It's just Lorien defense is less likely to happen because it kind of expects you to have more people. So I can still do it. I just have to run it with another character, which is fine. I can just run it with a high level ult. Oh, so I gotta burn the banner and then kill you. That's fine. I thought it was like burn multiple banners, not basically summon enemy to kill. Cool, let's get rid of anything that has a completion. Orc Smiths, let's take that one off. Goblin Hurler, Goblin Warrior. Anything over here? Except a loop around, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna... Wait, do you count? Do I think? No, it's just he's a smith. Okay. I've got you. Prowler, not what I want. I want scouts and smiths, specifically. And then anything in the zone that I haven't gotten around to yet. I worry the scouts are, like, hidden. I guess I'll just come up here to at least definitely do consistent harassment. And that way we clear up a bit of our map. Cool, and another one. And we might even find a couple of scouts over here. Yeah, probably having all the white quest logs or whatever, quest rings, is there. I think they're just all overlapping each other right over here. Which isn't the end of the world. At least I know to go to that spot, but it is a bit of a pain. You don't count to anything? Nope. Disappointments. That's what you are. These better count. I'm going to be slightly upset if these don't count. If they didn't count but gave me, like, silver branches, it would be fine. But I guess running interference does. So that's at least something. But this is our, you know, quick and easy way, hopefully, to just get a load of or just get this horse, right? And it's just one less horse, and then all I've got to do really is spend a few hours just going through on Tarvetlard or Reneborn or anybody high level like 140, just going through a load of low, like normal Isengard instances, one-shotting everything most likely, grabbing these sigils and then deconstructing them. That's all I really need to do. Get the 99 because at least they're shared between account. If they were on character, it would be a bit of a pain, but having them shared between account is obviously a lot easier. Let's burn this one down, which, yes, should spawn our enemy. There you are. So I haven't been asked to kill the guy up here yet, which is interesting. Right, I think that's all of them now. So everything else is fine. Yeah, this guy. So there's no way they'd put a named character, and especially one that you can't attack unless they were going to make it part of a quest. So I don't think, though, that we're going to have to do it. Like, maybe I should, just for the sake of it being complete or whatever. But I don't have to. So I need one more enemy that isn't a smith, because apparently smiths don't count. So one of you two are gonna be my sacrifice. There we are. Boom, there we are. And what are we looking at down here? Just enemies? There are 15 enemies, I think, in this area. Am I right? 15 I've got to kill here. I mean, again, it's not about how difficult it is to kill, right? Just annoying that... Wait, no, you do count. Why didn't the smith count in the other place? Maybe it was just the type of quest. He's fine. And then hopefully somewhere along the line we find some scouts, because for some reason that's the one thing. Though I think scouts are literally only in that zone for some reason, so we are going to probably have to return. Defeat enemies. See, it doesn't actually say specifically what we have to kill. It just says enemies. And if I hit something hard enough, I can make it my enemy. So I think that's fine. I should also get the banner. If I get the banner early, then it also counts towards the thing. Swift Great Hammer. Look at that. Where's... Wait, did I kill the guy? What am I doing? No, there you are. I totally forgot that enemies spawned. Bye. Okay, how many more enemies do I need to kill? 4 more enemies here, and then we can go down there, the loop back. Hopefully everything scout-wise is respawned. And then, to be fair, we don't even need to do the scout one. I just want to for the branches, because even though I can not deconstruct, but I can trade in the branches for, or the leaves for branches. It's not really like the preferred way of doing it. Though to be fair, I don't think Lothlorien gold leaves. I don't think, to my knowledge, there's anything else I need to spend it on. We already got the inscription of benefits, which is like the main thing. And since they're not shared between account, we can't do anything otherwise with them. Like we can't buy jewelry and whatever on another character. Actually, one more enemy. Come on. Do you count? Are you close enough that you count, Mr. Hurler? You do. Perfect. Perfect. And then on our way to this we go. Why is my nose so itchy? Terrible. Yeah, so even if we do have to deconstruct them, I don't think it's a loss in any way. I think we're all good. And I don't think there's an entrance there. So what are we doing? Killing 6 enemies. I can do that. That's at least a little bit easier. Or a little bit quicker, I should say. If I can actually attack the enemy. And then how many of these? 7 items. So for some reason that middle area had so much more. But I guess it's kind of a more open area, so it makes sense that would be the case. I did see these when I first came over here and went, these have to be part of a quest. Because I thought it was going to be the box of stolen whatevers. And I was like, there's no way. Like, if they're not part of that quest, they aren't part of a quest. Also, it's really annoying that... Oh, wait, no. Actually, we're fine. I was about to say, it's really annoying that this guy is the only other enemy. But you just showed up and hopefully count. You do. Perfect. I just need to burn a banner. There it is. And you're going to come across from here. What a nice teleport you did. Cool. Let's go find 3 more scouts then and give in our big old rush of quests. Obviously not going to give us anything experience-wise. Technically, we will get reward track stuff. But yeah. I am doing well. Thank you for asking. Just... Basically, we're doing some cleanup, I guess. Finishing up a deed that I've been meaning to do for ages. In fact, it's been nearly 2 years since we haven't done this deed, which is a bit ridiculous. Well, a year and 9 months, I should say. So, getting there. Oh, I said August earlier. It was actually June. That makes it actually worse. But doing that, getting ourselves a new horse as well, which I always love myself a new horse. And yeah, just getting used to changes when it comes to Warden. I don't think, from what I've played so far, it's actually going to be that big a deal for us. Because, like, I haven't really noticed it. The only thing I noticed is one skill being slightly different, and therefore I'm using it a teeny bit more. But my old rotation is still fine, which means I'm not going to have to, like, massively change anything. In fact, actually, my old rotation kind of works better now, which is nice. No massive changes. Only thing is, no, not reversal. There's that other skill, like there's like reflection or something. I don't think that used to exist, but I could be wrong. Nice. Yeah, Warden is fun. It can just be a little bit frustrating sometimes when servers are being iffy, but definitely enjoying it. I mean, we were talking earlier about I was thinking of making a new character, a new completionist character, and I technically have 2 on the go, but I was going to be like, oh, what if I join one of these like leveling kinships and try and actually get in some raids and actually do that content, like older content. And I was like, I don't think I could do another Warden. Not because it's Warden. I just think I've kind of done everything so far on Fairend that I don't... Even if he was like a hunter, I probably wouldn't want to do another hunter. I've just done too much on him.
What news?
I mean, if I actually am curious, my playtime... I've played on this character for 3 weeks, 7 days, 16 hours, 47 minutes, and 31 seconds. That's a lot of time I
Servants of
put
the
into this
enemy
character.
cannot pass the bounds of Lorien.
Right, you better count. I'm saying it. You better count towards these quest deeds. Or quest thingies.
The age of the elves
You do
has
good.
ended. There is little comfort left beneath the eaves of the Golden Wood.
Okay,
The age of the
35.
elves has ended.
36.
What brings
I'll
you
give
to
in all of them anyway. But,
What news from abroad? What brings you to Lothlorien?
38. And then we have over here for... I think we should be technically up to 34. Or, sorry, 44. But we only need 40. And then we're good.
What brings you to Lothlorien?
There's that.
What news
And
from abroad?
finally, Warrior of Lothlorien is
What
done.
brings you to Lothlorien? Weary traveler. Orcs have come
Let's
down
give in
from
all
the
these as
mountains.
well, which if we need
What
to
news
then,
from
for any
abroad?
reason in the future,
Be wary,
does
traveler.
unlock a few more
Orcs
quests, I
have come
think.
down from the mountains.
So I think if I go to the other place, there's a new quest unlocked. But again, not really something I'm too caring about. What I do care about is the 24, you can't really see it, but 24 Lothlorien gold leaves that we just got. So we're now up to 42. Reminder, we needed 30 and we needed 50. So we need 30 gold leaves, 50 for the silver branches, which we now have. And I think I'm right. Yeah, there is a few more.
The lidless eye turns
Mock
upon
him.
Lothlorien, but
Mock
he
him
cannot
before his
yet see
followers.
us.
He may well lose composure
Troubles
and make a
lie on
deadly
all
mistake.
borders of Lothlorien. Will you aid us?
I kind of want to do it because I find it funny that I'm going to
Evil
mock him.
stirs in the shadows, and the Galathrim have need of aid.
The
Okay,
Lord
and then these are the
have need
repeatables.
of your services.
I did say earlier, though, if there is that guy, there has to be a quest related to him. And I just find it funny that I have to mock him and then probably kill him. But yeah, as I said, we do have enough now for the horse, which is good. Looking at it, 30 golden leaves, 50 branches. Unfortunately, as I said, the inscription of beliefs did not count. I needed to do it anyway for the deed, the hidden deed related to it. But I kind of wish I didn't, and then I'd just have the horse. But there was a chance I'd get the discount on the horse, which didn't actually happen. But also, I think if I had gotten the horse, I would never have gotten the discount or gotten the inscription of benefits for the deed. So it's probably better that I did that first. Also, yeah, I don't actually know what it does technically. 10% on all, 10% discount on all vendors in Lothlorien. I'm sure at the time that might have been like super useful, but yeah, it's not even a particularly amazing one. It is the prized Galadrim horse. It is relatively basic. You just have to be kindred with the Galadrim and have the tokens for it. But being a completionist character does mean that I am trying my best to try and get every horse that I can. I'm doing a decent job at the minute. A lot of the ones I don't have are just anniversary horses. Not anniversary, sorry, just festival horses. That's pretty much, you know, the majority of them. A few of them are still, like this one, for example, is the new one for Angmar Reborn. Then we've got a couple in-store ones, so we should take out all those. Like most of these are that. This one is Ale Association, so I need to get that eventually. This is a Secret Stone event. This is a deed, the Road to Erebor. What is the Road to Erebor? I think it's do the Erebor deeds. Yeah, you got to do the champion stuff, which means I've got to be 140 for that, which is just kind of sad. Make a mockery of you. Why is my nose so annoying? I hate it. Well, that went well for him. I will say though, like a lot of it is just collecting for the sake of collecting at this point, because I do have like my favorite horses already. So I've got the hobby horse, which is obviously best horse in the game. I have my Ash Plains horse, which is this one, which is my actual favorite proper horse. and the one that's on my war steed. I then have the whatever shifting hues, which is slightly lower down. Was it? Steed of shifting hues. Oh, of, not the. So there's that one, which is also the same as the Orthanc one, like cosmetically. But I still want that. I don't really know. I mean, Honey Goat, that's one that I have that I really like. I think goats are really good. Like, most of the goats are pretty well done. Elder Slave Battle Goat's really nice. Winter Cheer's alright. Harvest Brew Goat is one of my favorites. Honey Goat also pretty amazing. Eventually we'll get one of my other favorites, which is the Agonite one, but we gotta wait for Mordor for that, so we're gonna be a little while. I thought you had a question.
What brings you to Lothlorien?
I just wanted to bully a guy, I think.
Of the Golden Wood.
Splendor Elk. I mean, I didn't actually mention elks. Do I have the Splendor Elk? No. Which one's the Splendor Elk? Oh, like the this one? The Felagoth Glory. I thought it was a goat called an elk. Sorry, called. I do think elks are just by default also pretty good. So the which is the one from this one, Elk of Flowing Silver, which for some reason isn't in the thing. The Elk of Flowing Silver from Before the Shadow. The only thing that's weird is the like antlers are a bit too big because they like clip through my face half the time when I'm turning, which is the only like thing I don't like about it. Otherwise, it is on my bar. I have too many horses. I have the in-league horse, which I love because it's just an effect. I mean, there is a plugin that I keep meaning to use that actually like rotates you through. It's random, for example. So you put in all the horses you want, and then it will just randomly do it. But this is a good horse because it makes you drunk. I will say they have got a good case of they won't have stuff that you can't earn. Like, I like that you can make it so you don't have the earnable the ones available in store. I am not forcing myself to spend however many lottery points that is to finish this section. But all the earnable ones, ideally, I'd like to get. A couple of them are very difficult because of, like, challenge runs, which means they have to be 140, which is a bit awkward. And a lot of them being mithril coins as well, which isn't the greatest either. I think this is the one, yeah, from Isengard that I'd like to get. But, yeah, I do want to try and get as many as I can. But yeah, what I was saying is they actually do a good job of, they don't show you something. I think they show you the expansion ones. I could be wrong, but they don't show you ones that you can't obtain anymore. Like, for example, I don't know if most people, but like, I'd say a lot of people won't have, for example, the horse, red-clad Horse of the Gap on the account. They might have the green one or blue one. I think there's those ones, but because it's not available anymore, someone that hasn't got them unlocked won't be able to see them, which I do like because it means that there isn't actually this kind of like, you can't actually finish it. Like, you know what I'm saying? There isn't this sort of blotch on your completion, if that makes sense. I don't think normally I care that much. I do like the horses, but I like my horse that I get from Mordor. So I kind of like, I'm okay with it. But because Feyrand is completionist and trying to get as much done as humanly possible, there's a couple things that we can't do, like, viably. Maybe one day. A lot of it's basically just us waiting to get to 140 so we can do it. That's pretty much it. Do you give me
Tarry a
gold?
moment and
No, you
speak
don't.
with me.
See, with the boar as well, though, right? I keep pressing the wrong one. The Elder Slade boar, or the Fateful Thunder boar, I think is the one I'm thinking of. Right, that's War of Three Peaks ultimate. That's Gundabad ultimate. I like it. I feel like my legs are gonna break every time I go on it because like that just feels unnatural. But the sound, I think I had to mute the sound because there we are. It's fine, but after a little while it gets a little bit distracting, in my opinion.
Servants of the enemy cannot pass the
I think it's
bounds
this
of
guy.
Lorien.
Right though, we have our prized Galadrim steed, which is I can't spell. Alright. Our prized Galadrim horse, which is like basically one of the most basic horses. It's literally just a white horse with a saddle. Let's be honest, there's not really much put into this. Well, I mean, dwarfs get ponies, right? So technically, but no, I get what you're saying. I think they do fit with the aesthetic. It's like elks work better for elves, right? I feel like seeing a dwarf on an elk is maybe not fitting, you know? And so this one, it leaves little particles behind. I'm sure that's amazing for my performance. Probably doesn't break anything. Anyway, I don't know horse-wise. Earnable, right? Earnable need. Festival. Treasure hunt. Festival. Elder Slade. So we gotta wait for Elder Slade. Like, not the right level. Not the right level. Festival. Not the right level. Not the right level. We could technically get, but technically it's not content that was available at this level, so it's kind of a weird gray zone. Not the right level. Not the right level. Festival. I don't want to buy a horse. It says earnable, but it's buy and store. So that one really shouldn't be there, in my opinion. We have to... That's a raid at 130, so... yeah. Not the right level. Not the right level. Festival. Not the right level. Well, actually, no, we can get that. I just need to do 2 more of the challenges. Diamond, thank you for the follow as well. Yeah, the legs could do with a bit of a better thing, but yeah, as you can see, most of them are festivals, and let's be honest, I am not going to Etten Moors to then get whatever I need, merits or whatever they're called, from PvMP to get just a plain horse. Like, if it looked really good, sure. There's like a really good horse, in my opinion, that comes from the Etten Moors. I can't remember what it's called. Let's have a look. Okay, actually I lie. It wasn't a really good horse, but it's called the People's Courser, or the Free People's Horse. Free People's Horse. It doesn't actually look that good. I remember it looking better, but you have to get to rank 12 in PvMP. A suitable steed for the most dangerous warriors in the Etten Moors. Yeah, no, that's not happening. I'm already not a huge fan of PvMP as is, so I am not getting to whatever it takes to get to level 12 or rank 12. I don't have reference for that, but nah. That one I'm willing to leave behind. Right, let's get rid of a bunch of these items. Clear out my inventory, which is terrible. And I just realized something. I should be checking, again, my stat tomes. I keep saying will, but I don't need will. But does will now do something more useful for me? Not really. Tactical mitigation, but it's 1 per. So, like, if we were to look at my passives, let's say we got it up to 19. I'm only getting 675 more tactical mitigation, where from conviction, I'm able to get, like, 3,103. So I just don't feel like it's worth it. Also, I'm pretty sure I, other than might, I can't get anything at the minute. If I really want it, I should just get it for lottery points. To be honest, it'd probably be better for us. But yeah, we're down to what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. My maths is terrible. Don't blame me for this. 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89. 89 horses. And don't I have one of those in my shed storage? That's my wardrobe, not my shed storage. No, winter hobby deer, which is not the same as the Yule hobby horse, apparently. I know for a fact I have this on Arkenstone, though. On Tavelard of Arkenstone. Oh, to be fair, if we go 88, because we're never going to go for that. So, that one's also quite awkward to get. But yeah. And 26, I really need to work on that. But as I said, I've been mostly on Shadowfax, obviously. And we are quite high on Shadowfax. So, we kind of have that going for us. And then that could just transfer over. Worst case. Right. I think, though, I might call it a day, because I don't really have much more to do except for us to pop on a Slayer Accelerator, sit over at this place, and probably grab a hunter to kill a couple of enemies for me. Once that's done, we have completed all the deeds for there, and I think we might move on to 100. Because like I said earlier, 100 is a lot of content. So we are currently in West Rohan, but we move on to West Gondor, which is 95 to 100. The Dead Marshes, which is also 100. Central Gondor, which is also 100. Eastern Gondor, and Old Anorian, all the way up to Minas Tirith. There is a lot to do with Minas Tirith. It has a lot of reputation. You go all the way up to, like, Respected or something. So, what was it? Old Anorian? I don't think it actually gives you anything, but... Or is it in here? Yeah, so you got known, friend, ally, kindred, respected, honored, celebrated. So you have a lot of stuff to do. How much does it take to go up to it? So celebrated is 280,000 rep points, whereas kindred is 85,000. So it's nearly over three times as much as we normally have to go for. So yeah, definitely a lot of work to go into it. And also then we have to do epic battles. Luckily, because we've already done these three at least once, we can skip that part of the actual questing. But obviously we... because we've already done them, we can skip them on the quest. We don't have to redo them. But we are going to have to keep redoing epic battles in some way, shape, or form for our level 100 version of these. Because, again, it is going to cost us about 5,250 stars of merit in order to sort out our gear. It might be lower because technically, because we can't get the pocket item, we're going to go for a lower version of the second bracelet because it's kind of... We can then get the set bonus. Basically, we're going to get what we have now, just 5 levels higher. So we have this one because we can't have 2 sets of the gold bracelet. So we have a lower tier bracelet so that we can actually set up the thing. And then, again, it's another thing of, like, the gift giver brand pocket item is probably a lot worse than the gold or even tier 1 of the thingies. Also, we'll probably end up getting rid of this from 85. Because, see, it's awkward. Because hopefully we can fix the, like, swap the cloak out. But this is just good because having a 20% chance to apply a stacking crit buff up to 3 times, it's just a good value, you know. It's just a good thing to have on you. So Yeah, I don't really know. We might switch it out, or maybe I'll end up keeping it, and then it'd be weird, which will actually save us quite a bit, to be fair, if we keep it. So maybe, or we'll find something similar or better. We'll see. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for this evening. We did actually get some stuff done, and you know, it was mostly going to be me just like checking out how Warden is, if there was anything fundamentally different. I think as it stands, the only thing that I am noticing different is the fact that I keep pressing 6 to use my marked target when I keep trying to use the way of whatever. If I can just remember that this skill exists, or even if I forget it exists, fundamentally nothing has changed. Really, never surrender was a thing I didn't use all that often anyway, so I didn't even really need, so it's just, it doesn't really matter. Recklessness is something that I always forget to use anyway, but I should use. And yeah, maybe I'll try and use ambush more occasionally. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, I think it's gonna be it. So as I said, thank you all for coming along. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Tomorrow we will be back with what did I say I was gonna do tomorrow? What did I say? I can't remember. There was gonna be, I was gonna go to Arkenstone on one of them, but I think tomorrow I was gonna try and do some Khandum raids. I think that was it. Well, not raids, but instances, you know what I mean. We'll see how I feel, because tomorrow is a late night for work, so we'll see how I feel when I get back home. But yeah, if I can just jump in like some tier 1s, tier 2s, and just chill out for like an hour or two, then I think that's a pretty good idea. And maybe I'll even get some better gear. Though to be fair, I have got full Delving's gear, so fingers crossed I won't get massively better gear, but it is 10 item levels higher, so maybe. But also worst case, I just have something to put onto my burglar. Or even like more thinking ahead, I have something to put onto Feyrand when he eventually gets to 140, which would be interesting. Imagine just 140, we immediately like that have our like theoretically best in slot gear. Obviously we're not going to catch up in that time, but whatever. Let's say it's 150 and we've got the 140 best in slot gear, then we're actually somewhat competitive. Or I just transfer what I have from Feyrand, also Tarvella to Feyrand, which is probably the way it's going to happen. Anyway, enough of my rambling. I'm going to go now. So again, thank you for coming along. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.